Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back, and welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy, board games, war games, and 18xx. I'm your host, Edward Euler, happy to be joined today by my partner, a couple of friends.
I'm Jess.
I'm Shrey.
And I'm Martin.
All right, today we are bringing y'all Petrichor, designed by David Cherkop, published by Mighty Boards, 8 games, a host of other publishers. We'll limit it to 2. That's good. So welcome everybody watching live around the world as well as after the fact. Before we get started, big thanks to all our patrons who help make all of this possible. And a special shout out to Gaurav Savadi. You're missed, buddy. I hope you're doing well. And thanks for choosing to be a patron, supporting the show along with the other 741 of y'all out there. Quick reminder, if you guys enjoy the content we are creating, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Hit the little bell to get reminded. And if you want to go that one step further and become a patron, you can go over to pledgehc.com, support the show there. So Petrichor, I never heard the word until this game came out on Kickstarter, essentially. And the definition of Petrichor is
the smell of rain just after it's fallen on dry earth. Which I know because it was a major feature in an episode of Doctor Who.
Same, yeah.
Okay, well,
Beautiful
you too,
scent.
Shrey, or no?
I don't remember that particular.
Okay, all right, me either. So there's that. But no, so Petrichor, we're all clouds. Obviously, you can tell we're all clouds. Yeah, it's a beautiful game. Not too terribly long. We're playing the long version, 6 rounds today. But other than that, y'all ready to get started and dig into it? I'm going to bring the chat down, going to bring the cameras down, and I'm not going to go into a highly detailed teach like I normally do, because honestly, the game kind of teaches itself as we go along, so we're going to mostly do that, just hit the high points at the front end, and then we'll get started. So y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go ahead and get into, we have Petrichor. So first off, what are y'all looking at? Well, you have the main game board here, which has the victory point track around the outside. We have a round track just inside there. Then we have the different 4 weather types, and there's a little arrow right here that is possibly going to come into play as the game goes along. We have 3 harvest dice, which have different faces on them that we will roll before we get started. And then we also have the weather track as far as victory points. Anytime you see this little crop symbol, that is going to be a victory point indicator for in-game scoring. Then over on the left-hand side there, we have the various crop tiles. Now, there are a total of, I think, 16 in the game, but in a 4-player game, you can see that we have a 4x3 grid there. And there are different types of crops. We have wheat, we have coffee, we have cotton, we have potatoes, we have corn, we have rice, etc., etc. So different types of crops that we're going to try and water to grow to score victory points. And those are the 2 main boards, even though these are made up of various tiles. Then over here we have the actual little crop or growing tokens, which are double-sided. They have a sprouting side, which is this side, and a growing side on that side. Then we have wheat tokens, which are just wheat tokens on both sides. Those are going to come into play for the 3 wheat tiles that are in there. Then we have thunderclouds or lightning bolts. So anytime a regular or a light cloud becomes a thundercloud, we're going to mark it with a thunderbolt to show that it's a thundercloud. Then we have the actual clouds, and they're little cups that you put together when you get the game, and these will be holding our raindrops. And the raindrops are little, if you've played any number of various games, you're going to be familiar with these glass beads in the various colors. Those represent each player's raindrops. And then from there, we have our votes. These are called, these little wooden markers here are going to be votes for the type of weather events or weather seasons kind of that we're going to be triggering as the game goes along. There's also a deck of cards, which I will show you here in detail here momentarily. The first player marker is a cloud. It seemed appropriate, so we left it a cloud instead of our normal challenge coin. And last but not least, there's some 50 or 100 point markers if you eclipse the 50 or do it, really well and do it twice. There are also some player aid cards that are double-sided, which are going to be off screen for y'all. Then, as I mentioned, there are 4 different types of cards. So you have frost, sun, wind, and rain cards. And you know this both by the artwork as well as the symbology that they have mostly in the top corner, the top left and top right hand corner. We're all going to be getting a deck of, or a hand of cards as we go along. But nonetheless, you have 3 different symbols. The type of weather that it is, then a potential secondary action for when you do your voting, or just a reminder that you can always adjust one of the harvest die. And you'll notice that that is the same on all 4 of the cards. So those are the 4 cards that we're going to have in our hands and all of the components that you see here. Now, these guys here, these are not included in the game, and we only have 4 of them. But if you ever have ordered delivery pizza, these are the little stands that they put in the middle of the pizza box so that your pizza lid doesn't get attached to the
Top of the
cheese or
pizza,
the topping. And the reason we're going to have that is because we're going to have clouds out here like so, and there's going to be glass beads or raindrops that will end up down here underneath, and it just makes it a little bit easier to use, but also, let's face it, it's just kind of cool. So that's the reason we have brought those in. Thanks to our good buddy Derek for letting us bum his. So that's everything that you guys are actually looking at here, but how do you play the game? Well, the goal of the game is victory points. As I mentioned earlier, we have a victory point track around the outside.
Around the outside.
So points are going to be awarded during a harvest. Now, a harvest may happen at the end of any of the first 5 rounds. It may, meaning it may not. So if there's no harvest, you're not going to score points that round. It will always happen at the end of the last round, which in our case is going to be the 6th round. On the other side of this board is a 4-round game, but this is a heavy cardboard. We're playing the 6th round version, all right? All right, you're also going to score points for any time that you choose to reduce these harvest dice. I'll explain that in detail. And the last thing that you're going to be scoring points for is whenever you have voting majorities, you're going to move your marker up this weather track or voting track, and those will score points as they're shown at the end of the game. Those are the 3 ways that you're going to be scoring points. But how do you play the game? Well, the game takes place, as I said, over 6 rounds. In our case, could be 4. There's no difference other than 2 less rounds in the 4-round game. Each round has 4 phases, or may have 4 phases. The first one is the action phase, which is kind of the meat of the game, kind of. The second phase is the weather phase, which is going to have to do with this. The action phase will be over on this side. The third phase, which may or may not happen, is the harvest phase, which is going to be the scoring, if that does actually happen. And then, of course, a cleanup phase at the end, but obviously we're going to skip the cleanup phase at the end of the 6th round. All right, so how does the game play? Well, action phase, first and foremost, everyone's going to be dealt a number of cards. The number of cards is going to be determined by the player count. And I believe in a 4-player game, it's going to be a total of 6 cards. So we're going to deal out 6 cards to each player. Those cards, again, look just like that. It'll be some mix and match. The deck is 40 cards. There are 10 of each of those different suits or weather on them. Mm-hmm. Then, on your turn, you can do one of 2 things. You can either play cards or pass. When you pass, you're out. And a number of things also will happen when you pass, but we'll skip that for right now. Let's talk about when you actually take actions. When you take an action, the main action on your turn is you can play any one card from your hand. So, for instance, let's say on my turn, I play this Frost card, all right? Each of the different cards has a different available action in which you can do. But we're not going to go into the detail of that quite yet. But what I do want to point out is when you play a card, you take that associated action. Whether it's a Frost card or whether it's a Sun card, etc., etc., you will take the associated action for it. Then you will be able to vote. Voting is taking one of your voting discs and placing it out on the associated weather out there. You might be asking yourself, well, which one can I choose? Can I choose any of them? Well, the answer is no. It all depends on the card that you play. If you play a sun card, you can always place it on on the sun weather, or whatever other one that it shows down below it, which is always clockwise one weather around. So in this case, it being wind. So what that means is you could place on the sun or clockwise is wind. Meaning if I played a sun or a wind card, it will always have wind or rain on it. If I play a frost card, it will be frost or sun. So on and so forth. That makes sense.
Yep.
If you choose not to place one of your discs, which this is going to be kind of an area majority scoring, an area control scoring on that. If you choose not to do so, you can, in lieu of doing that, reduce any of these harvest dice. These harvest dice have 6 sides. They're 6-sided dice, obviously. They have harvest on one side, harvest on another. They're rolled whenever they show the harvest side. We'll get into that in detail in a bit. Otherwise, they have a number of, call them pips, for lack of a better way to put it. You can reduce this by 1 value. So from a 3 to a 2, a 2 to a 1, or if it only had 1 on it, it would then be reduced down to the harvest side. For doing so, you immediately score 1 victory point for doing that. The reason that's going to come into play is you only have a harvest if it's the end of the game, or if all 3 of these dice have been reduced to their harvest side.
Right.
So as a group, we may want to reduce these down to be able to get to a scoring, or instead of worrying about the area majority scoring out here, you may just try and rack up points by reducing these by 1 and getting yourself in the group collectively closer to scoring. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you play a card like so, you do the associated action, and then you place either 1 vote out, or you reduce 1 die down by 1 pip and score 1 point. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That is the main part of your turn. In addition to that, you can always, I say always, there's one exception, play a secondary action, which is identical to your main action, except for 1 major thing. Let's say I want to, for my first action, I did a rain action. I did this, I did my voting or whatnot. Okay, good, that's done. Then on my second action, I wish to play a frost action. Well, to be able to do a frost action, it now requires 2 frost cards. Well, I only have 1 in my hand. But good news for me, 2 cards can always be played as a wild, meaning you can make it into any action that you wish. So these 2 could be a rain card, they could be a frost card, they could be whatever you want. So the first action requires 1 card of that type, or if you don't have that type, maybe I didn't have this rain card, instead I play these 2 as a rain card as my first action, or I just play my rain card. The second action, I want to play a frost action. Well, it requires 2. I have 1 frost card, and these 2 act as a second frost card. I now can do a second action, which is, in this case, the frost action. Then I can vote or reduce a harvest die, just like I did with my main action. That is the crux of the action phase. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Any questions on that?
Nope.
No?
Okay, easy enough. So, very briefly, we're going to go over what those 4 actions are. So, for the frost action, you create a light cloud. Well, light cloud means not a thunder cloud, and you place it on any tile out here that doesn't already have a tile, and you place one of your raindrops in it. So maybe I choose to place it on there. Easy enough. Boom, that's it. That's a frost card.
Yes.
Second option is a sun card, and here we go. I'll do this. So we have a frost, then we have the sun action. The sun action says add 2 of your drops into a cloud that you're present in. Well, I'm present in that one. Okay, easy enough. Add 2 drops. Okay, cool. The wind action says move a cloud that you're present in to an adjacent space. Adjacent is always orthogonally adjacent, meaning I cannot move diagonal, but I could move adjacent like so. And also should point out that if you can do the action, you must do the action
Right.
in its entirety if possible. And the last action is a rain action, which says rain any one drop from up to 2 clouds that you are present in. Up to 2, meaning you only have to do 1. But I only have 1 cloud here. So rain, what does that mean? It means I take one of my drops and I put it down in the field. And now we can do like so. Now we have a little 3D action, which you guys can't appreciate because you're looking top down, but you'll have to take my word for it. It looks amazing from this angle.
Yes, it does.
All right, so those are the 4 actions that you can take during your action phase. Take 1 or 2 of them if you wish. Then you do voting. And voting is, as I said, out here you do that or you reduce a die. Boom, done. That's the action phase. Any questions? Good, we're moving on. The second phase is the, you know what, back up. Before I get into that, I have to talk about passing.
Okay.
At any point, if you choose not to take any more actions, or you cannot because you have no cards, you pass. The first player that passes discards any remaining cards that they have left in their hand.
Yes.
Then they immediately become the first player. They take the cloud token, and that will take effect as of right now, that moment they become the first player. If they are already the first player, that will move clockwise or counterclockwise 1 player to the right. So the first player will always move. And the last thing that will happen is everybody else can only take 1 more action, and they cannot take that secondary action. It's only their main action and then vote, and that's it. They can't play the 2 cards to do 1 action. That's passing. That's only for the first player. Every other player that passes keeps whatever cards they have in their hand for the next round, and their action phase ends. The end. All right, so that's it for the action phase, okay? Before we move on any further, let's go ahead and talk about the clouds out here and for merging and for overflowing. There are going to be actions that if, for instance, let's say, maybe Jess had a couple out there in that cloud, I had some in that cloud, and I played a wind and moved adjacent 1 cloud. Whenever 2 clouds converge, they then become a thundercloud, no matter the number of raindrops in them. They become 1 cloud, so those will combine. We'll take one of those little thunder markers, which actually go on the side pretty cool like that, but you guys can't see it, so we'll do like that. That's now a thundercloud. Also, if a cloud ever has 4 or more drops of any mix of colors, it becomes a thundercloud immediately. Easy enough. The overflow means if at any point a cloud has 8 or more raindrops in it, it immediately, let's say for whatever reason, there were 8 or more in there, they immediately drop out, and anytime a cloud empties, it then comes back into the supply to later become a new cloud. And those will stay onto the tile like so. Any questions about any of those? Really easy, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that's phase 1. Phase 2 is the weather. We resolve the weather spaces. These out here. This is really simple. It's going to be majorities, and whatever 2 have the most out there. So let's just say, for argument's sake, it were like so. We would do the sun weather action, then we would do the rain action after that. In addition to that, whoever has the majority in that space will advance their marker up 1 on the weather track for in-game scoring. So in this case, as you can see, obviously, I would move up 1, and then Jess would move up 1. However, if, and we'll bring you guys into the game, if they were tied like so, it's friendly when it comes to ties. Both green and blue would move up in that case. In a 2-player game, I think that ties, nobody moves up, but neither here nor there. So we would resolve these in whatever has the majority of discs on it, or votes. However, in this case, if it were like so, whoever is the first player chooses what activates. And in other words, so even though there are 2 of each, in that case, well, the first player would choose which one activates first, and then we would go from there. Check that. Nope, I had it right. Never mind.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the first player would choose which one activates first,
Yes.
and then the other one would activate second. All right, there we go. Easy enough. All right. Then these, whatever ones activate, clear off. So in other words, if we had something like this, and I'm sorry, Shrey, yours are too far to reach, so apparently you're not playing right now. If it were like this would activate, or this would activate first, the other one would activate second. Those would move up appropriately like so. Those would then come off the board back into our supplies. Any ones that did not activate would remain there for subsequent rounds until they activate. The exception to that is the end of the round, or the end of the game, in which everything that has a disc on it will activate, but that's neither here nor there. And I'm not going to go over the detail. I'll go over them very briefly, but I'm not going to go over them in detail. So we'll start with the frost one. All light clouds become thunder clouds, meaning if they have there and they're not a thundercloud, they become a thundercloud. And once a thundercloud, always a thundercloud, regardless of the number of drops in it. Then the sun one, in turn order, choose one cloud and double the amount of drops that you have in there. If I had 4 drops in there, I now would have 8 drops in there. What happens when that happens? It overflows because it would be at 8 or more. Easy enough, right?
Yeah.
Also, there are some special rules regarding the individual tiles out here, but we'll go over them as we go through our play. The wind weather says that in reverse turn order, move any 1 drop from a field to an adjacent drop. Again, adjacency is always orthogonally adjacent. What does that mean? It means that anybody, not just Jess, could take one of these and move it over to there if we so desire. Okay, Jess could, I could, Shrey could. I move it there, then maybe Jess moves it back for whatever reason. 1 drop to an adjacent space. Does not have to be yours. And last but not least is the rain, which is all the thunderclouds, rain. What does that mean? All thunderclouds there, and they come off the board. And that there are also special rules regarding race regarding that, but we'll get into that in detail there. That's the weather phase. Any questions on the weather phase?
No?
All right. Then, after that, there's the harvest. Again, the harvest only happens if all 3 of the dice show a harvest like so, or it's the end of the game in which a harvest will automatically happen.
Right.
So conceivably, it is possible that there is no harvest until the end of the game, meaning almost no in-game points other than you moving up here to reduce the harvest dice.
It was a lean 6 years.
It was seriously very lean, okay? But when that happens in a harvest, you're going to all the growing crops. So, now let me bring your attention to the actual tiles here. You'll see that each tile has a raindrop with a number in it. Once there are that many raindrops on that tile, it then becomes a growing tile. So, there must be 3. Oh, it has 3. Boom, there. We put a growing tile or a growing token on it. When we have a harvest, we then will score each tile that has a growing token on it. If at any point, maybe during that moving of tokens, somebody moved that off. The moment that happens, it now becomes fallow. That comes off because it no longer has a minimum of 3 drops. Okay? Then we would score based on majorities out here as shown on the individual tiles. Some tiles, like the coffee and the rice, have special rules in which there must be a weather effect specific for that tile to flip over from a budding one to a growing one. Easy enough. And they only score when they, or check that, if they are on the budding side, they will score on the top number. If they are on, if they have growing, they would score on the bottom number. Easy enough.
Yes.
We would do all that. All the raindrops come off on tiles that score. These tokens come off because obviously it's then going to be below that number, and then you score. The wheat tiles specifically have a little bit of a different scoring in that you're going to get these wheat tokens along with a couple of points if you were in first place. Whoever has the most of these scores 12 points at the end of the game. Not to be overlooked on that.
And ties are friendly.
And ties are friendly. Sort of. If 2 players are tied for say first place on a tile, they both score the number below it. So in that case, 3 points. If we were here, like so, Jess and I wouldn't score 5 points, we each would score 1. And then if somebody else were on there, and go ahead, Shrey, throw one out there, still being mean to Shrey. So first place, they're tied for there, so they would get 1, and then the next place would score 0. Sorry, Shrey.
Aw.
But we would score, we would take those off, etc., etc. That is the harvest phase. Then we move into the cleanup phase. First thing, advance the round marker. The second thing is if there was no harvest, meaning not all the harvest dice were like that, any dice that show a harvest marker on it are then rolled. And if they show a harvest marker again, that's okay, but now it got that much harder to have a harvest for this upcoming year. Then everybody deals up to the number of cards that they're supposed to have. In a 4-player game is 6 cards. Any players that passed after the first player may have cards left in their hand. So I would have these 2, for instance. I would only get 4 more cards. And then do it again. The game ends at the end of the... What?
You get the whole number of cards.
No. You deal up to the number of cards.
No, I think
Oh, you have both? Oh, then I apologize. We screwed that up.
Yeah, you deal each player 7 new cards.
So
Your
or 6
hand
in a
limit
4-player.
at the end of the thing is 4. So if you happen to have 5 cards left over at the end of a round, you would have to discard down to 4, but you still receive the full hand of 7 cards.
And that's one of the advantages of not passing first, because the player that passes first has to discard any remaining cards. Thank you for the catch on that, J-Rex. At the end of the game, end of the 6th round, we're going to have a harvest automatically. Everything will happen as long as there is a disc on there. Again, only the top 2 will score, will advance on those, but all 4 actions, starting with the arrow there. Then we will go into final scoring. Final scoring is whatever point you have, and then harvest tokens, 12 points. Whoever has the most points wins. And that, folks, is Petrichor. Let's play the game.
Yay!
All right. Any questions that you guys saw?
No,
Oh.
there's a lot of chat.
Oh, and there is a solo variant from David Terzi,
Oh, yes.
and all of these cards that have this symbol up here in the corner
Are the solo.
solo variant, and there is a regular 6-sided die for the solo variant as well, but those are off camera for that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
As you
Yeah,
were
so
saying.
there was a lot of chat about pizza. I think I would think we've got a lot of orders in right now.
Okay.
That.
All right.
So,
now I'm hungry. Thanks,
yeah,
guys.
And weather chat of where everything is.
Okay.
Let's see.
Off the lip. Okay. Any other questions? Go ahead, Shrey.
Yeah.
During cleanup,
Yes.
when you're rolling dice that were, there was no harvest, I think you roll the dice that are not harvest.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, we totally got that
We
backwards.
got that wrong last night, and that makes a difference.
Step 2. As a result, somewhere all of the rolled dice may show the harvest icon, and that is completely okay. Okay, if there was a harvest this round, all of the dice showing the harvest icon, which would be all of them,
Right.
or re-roll.
If not.
Okay, keep reading.
If not.
If not.
Oh, if not, re-roll only the dice not showing the harvest icon.
glad you came.
Yeah, well done,
Very much
Shrey.
alters the
Welcome.
picture.
All right,
That
Yeah.
cool.
does change.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, we played
Thanks, Derek.
Hey,
a
Derek.
couple of major rules wrong last night, but that's
All right.
okay.
Hey, Banker Dave, what's up? Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, hey, Thinker Dave.
All right, I think that's all. If somebody will deal out those cards,
Yeah.
I will bring up the chat and the cameras, and J-Rex, go ahead and roll.
Woo. Oh, we got some harvest going on.
There we go. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's likely
Legit,
to be a
really
harvest in the first
close.
round.
Wow.
Okay. All right, and here the cards. We'll just keep them off camera because we don't need them right now, or we'll just throw them right there.
Yeah.
There. All right, so we randomly, not random, chose Martin to go first because this is Shrey's first game, and so we thought putting him
him a
last.
little
There
bit of
is a drafting variant, but I'll be honest, we all agreed that we're not sure that this game needs a drafting variant.
So
There
we're
you go.
not doing that, just
Right.
that's time.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
And we start by putting down one of these
Yes.
during setup.
Say again.
We're going to put down one of these during setup.
I believe so. Thanks for the catch. Let me look that up again real quick.
I think it's counterclockwise.
For setup, da-da-da-da-da. Starting with the player to the right of the first player and going counterclockwise, each player takes a cloud, places one of their drops in it, and places it on an empty tile in the fields. Correct. So Shrey, you're up.
Right
No.
of.
Yeah, to the right
You-
of.
Oh,
right.
yes, counterclockwise. Yes.
You are on the
It's the
right.
You're
one
on the
that
right.
doesn't make the L. Okay, all right, got it. All right,
Oh.
cool.
All right. I think we will start with right.
Ooh, okay. All right. All right, J-Rex, you're up.
I like coffee.
As you do.
Yes, you do.
You know, this may, and I like rice, so that works out.
You do
So
like rice.
I do like,
actually.
yes,
This
I
is
really, really
absolutely
do.
a true statement.
And I'm going to go on the corner.
All right, there we go. So now, Martin,
Now I get to go.
You can pass. Remember, you can always pass.
I could. That certainly would be interesting, but I don't really want to try that. Well, it completely alters my plans, doesn't it?
Does it?
Something like that, yes.
Oh, yes, Dan, the 1846 playthrough. I will be posting that this weekend. I apologize for the delay in that. Vacation just went longer.
I'm going to do another frost. Get another cloud out there.
Not a bad plan.
I'm going to put some cloud up here amongst the wheat. And I will vote for sun. Because I
Okay.
like sunshine.
And his two options were those two. There we go.
Yep. And I'm not taking a second one.
All right, and that so the card goes discard.
Oh, yes. This
There we go.
Yep.
I too will play a frost, which means I can put a light cloud out, and it must go onto a tile that does not have any existing clouds on it. We'll put it there on the wheat, and then for a vote. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and join my friend Martin, and done not playing a second action. J-Rex, you're up. How many of y'all out there have played Petrichor so far?
There's a lot of people saying they were thinking about it, so
Okay.
that's interesting. Oh, we have our stands.
Well, no, not yet. Not until we.
Why?
Not until we.
Oh,
They
but
pour.
they're so
Not
pretty.
until they. No.
All right, fine.
So what's the sun do? You want to tell folks?
The sun lets me add 2 more drops to a cloud and president. So I added 2 in there, so now I have 3. And
Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your weekend, or
We intend to.
beginning of the weekend. Oh, that's right. You guys are playing PAX Premiere tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I get to go to Tanglewood on Sunday, which I haven't done for a long time.
oh,
What is
yay,
that?
What are they playing?
They're playing Gershwin's Piano Concerto in F and Petrichor by Stravinsky.
Oh, I wanted to know, but I can't.
I assume it's a concert hall.
It's outdoor.
Oh,
concert
okay.
area.
Oh, yeah, because you
Boston
said you're
Symphony
going
Orchestra.
to picnic, and that's
Yeah.
right. I saw that.
It's the summer home of the Boston
raining.
Symphony Orchestra.
All right. So Rain. So she played 2 cards.
Well, you wouldn't let me play the stand until I raised.
Right. So there's that. And Rain says, Rain, any one drop from up to 2 clouds that you're in.
I'm in 1 cloud, so I'm reading 1 from there.
And your votes, ma'am?
Yes. Oh, where do I want to vote? Well, that looks. I can do a sun. I can do wind, frost, or clouds. So, I think I want to do. I'm not sure I want harvest yet.
Yeah, I'm working tomorrow,
Sun.
behind the scenes stuff, and playing poker for a couple hours.
Oh, nice.
So like half day work, half day not, and then game day on Sunday. So, all right. So that's your 2. All right, Shrey, you're up.
I am going to follow the 2 of you and put down another cloud, a light cloud on this lovely cotton. And, well, everybody's already in sun, but it is friendly if there's a tie, so
Right, everybody would advance.
I want
That's
to make
true.
sure I get on that if it happens. And I think I will not do a second action.
All right, Martin, you're up.
I'm going to play Sun, put a couple more raindrops in that one, and vote for yet more Sun.
One moment, real quick.
Yes.
One thing I want to correct is the 2 weather spaces that have the most votes between all players are resolved, and they always resolve starting with the frost and going clockwise.
Okay.
So even if, let's say, this one only had 2 votes in it, but those are the 2 that resolve, this will resolve not because it has the most votes first,
But it's
but
in the
because
clockwise
it's
order.
clockwise or yeah, clockwise order. Okay, so just I wasn't sure if I was clear on that, so I just wanted to clarify there. All right, what do we want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Okay, I know one thing I want to do. Yeah. So I'm going to sun, which means I get to add 2 drops. And I'm going to add 2 drops there. And then I will vote putting a second one on the sun. This is crazy. And then for my second action, I'm going to sun, and then I need to play 2 other cards, or 1 other sun, as it were, but that is not going to be the case. So I will go ahead and play those 2 as a sun card for the 2, and I will go ahead and add 2 to that one as well. And then the voting, and something to be clear, the vote is always for the action that took place, not for the cards that were played, meaning I can either do sun or wind only. So since that's the case, let's go ahead and dissuade folks.
So this was your first turn. Don't you have to?
No,
take 2
that was
rounds?
my second.
Oh, that was your second.
I
You
already
pulled that.
discarded one.
I didn't see the sun go away.
It hid behind a cloud. You know,
wait.
you know what? Actually, allow me that
Okay.
instead. Done.
That's good.
Final action.
That is a plan. I'll create a cloud. Go here. And I will not take a second action. And I will put this in sun, because I can.
Any second action?
I said there will not be a second
I
action.
apologize. It must have gone behind the cloud.
It
I
was-
didn't
it was
hear
clouded,
I'm sorry.
it was
Okay.
clouded.
All right.
I am going to play a wind. And yeah,
I mean, thought of that.
and then
Some
push
wind
this one
machine.
into, so pushing this cotton into
It's
the
a
pour.
thundercloud now.
This will pour into
There we
there.
go. And that one will go away. There we go.
Ooh.
And I will vote. It's either, so I could force a scoring,
You can, and you would get a point out of it as well.
2 points, right? If it's going to the harvest dice face,
Say again.
right?
2.
It's 1 point if it goes from a pip to a pip, but if it's 2 points if it goes to a.
Trey is on the ball.
He really
here.
is. I'm
He
impressed.
really is.
That's a
I read the
minute
rules
detail.
today.
Can you come regularly?
Yeah, right? Seriously. Am I
That is
new
a very
here?
minute detail. I don't know.
So,
Could be under voting.
it's under voting. I will double check.
All right.
So
Well, let's
you
assume
wanna
you're
do that?
right.
Right.
rain. Let's do rain.
Okay. Well, you went with rain anyway.
Okay. All right.
Doing a secondary
And
action.
I kind of. I
Correct. When it turns to a harvest die,
It's a good
it's
benefit.
worth a bonus 1 point, so it'd be worth 2 points for doing so.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just incentivizing you to not have it hang out at the 1.
I will not do a second action.
Derek, yay, sound effects. Yeah, we try. All right. Mr. Fowler.
I'll pop down another frost. Pop something there. And with that, I will take the vote action. Call
And-
to harvest.
You go for it.
Go to victory points.
There you go. Well, if you didn't, I was gonna.
And then I'm going to take a wind action. Bump in and join Jess's cloud there, because it's kind of an exciting
Oh,
cloud.
I like this.
And I will put my vote
Now
on
it's
the rain action.
thundercloud. See, because yeah, I see you. I was
All right.
thinking the same thing. Thanks for taking care of that.
Well,
Team game.
obviously.
It's always dangerous to give Jess points, but she's going to win anyway, so it doesn't
No.
matter.
Not.
I am tempted to pass right now.
You would lose the card.
I would lose the card. But it is likely to rain. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. That's my last card. So I'm going to play the rain action, which allows me to rain 1 drop from up to 2 clouds that I am present in.
Oh.
Might as well. So go ahead if you would. Go ahead and rain down.
1 from each, which means, can we do stats? Yay!
There you go. You guys can't appreciate the 3D
It looks
nature
so
of
good,
it,
I'm
but
just
it is
saying,
pretty
from
cool,
the
not
side.
gonna
No,
lie.
they kind of can. You can see that they're taller.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's a little bit of shadow there.
And then I'll go ahead and join the party on the rain cloud. So obviously I will be passing if nobody else passes. Well, I'm going to be passing no matter what next turn. So done.
Is that what you're going to do?
Oh, you know it.
Ooh. Well, Martin took care of what I was going to do, which I'm not unhappy about. But now I need to find a new
Such a nice
thing.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, team player. Didn't know Petrichor, the team game, apparently, right?
No, I don't want to get rid of this. That seems we
Good
oh,
Earl
but
Grey.
it gives
You
me
have a
both.
oolong tonight.
It's good.
So that's
nice.
not bad.
Ugh.
But sun is double your presence, and that's pretty cool. I wish I could make that.
So it's pretty obvious what 2 are going to trigger.
Yep.
I don't
Right.
think that it's not a guarantee, but it's likely.
That'll be that and that.
So I missed it. Did people say that they? Dimitri says he'd never heard of Petrichor until today. Dead Squirrel hadn't played it, but he loved the look of the game.
It is certainly pretty.
All right. Anybody else? Have any of y'all? Obviously, Tony has played. I know that. But anyone else? And Derek has.
So I'm going to do that. And
So,
I'll let you vote. Yep, the winds came out. I moved over there. And now I can do cloud or wind. I'll go with...
Boo.
That seems good.
Yes.
I agree. Are you
right.
doing a second action?
I am not.
Okay. Trey.
That was sad. Okay. Oh.
You could pass. That'll
You
go.
could.
Cards
You could
left?
pass, you do hold on to that.
You have 1 card left.
Yes.
Okay. And you have 1 card.
He's going to have to pass, but you are at hand limit, so you could hold on to those for future.
I think I'm going to play.
But if he
a
passes,
Frost.
he would lose all his cards. He'd be the first
Oh,
pass.
he can't pass.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
my
Right,
bad.
yeah. But he could pass next turn and then save it all, right?
I think you should just pass just to be confused.
I mean, I'd like him to pass.
We shouldn't mess with the new guy. That's not fair.
Oh, he's got us.
Hey, he's got an advantage over us. At least he understands what the rules are, which is more than we did yesterday.
Wow!
There's a few many things.
There are.
For
Alright.
a simple game, there's a lot going on.
I can't let that. stand.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So
had to-
everybody.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're all happy with this. We all do.
Secondary action, good sir.
I will decline.
Okay. Mr. Fowler.
Well, my popularity is about to shoot down because I am going to play Sun.
Ruin it. Ruiner.
Put 2 in there, which will make Jess unhappy with me, and then I'm going to put 1 on there, which is going to make everybody else unhappy with me. Everybody unhappy with me now?
No, because
You are a glory to Rome,
you're gonna
Martin.
get 6, and I'll have 5. Yes, I am unhappy with you.
I will pass, which means I become cloud number 1.
Sorry,
I discard all my cards. That's done. And then everybody gets 1 additional turn. You cannot do secondary actions, remember. Only the main one.
Right.
But now if you pass, you can do so without losing cards. There.
I don't think I want that, though, because that keeps me close.
Oh, and Chad had never heard of it until today. Nice. All right. Hey.
And if I...
Bringing knowledge to the masses,
That's what we're here for.
right?
So I don't have to play one, right?
You could pass.
Still optional. But do I give up my card?
No, you do not. Only the first person that passes. And
That's
since I had
good.
no cards, I'm good with that.
Should make sure.
Oh, by the way, we missed something. The rice has started to grow.
Oh, yeah.
It is a seedling because
It
there is
The
one.
rain has not happened yet. No, I'm gonna I'm gonna stay.
All right, so Jess passes. Shrey?
I will play one more card. So I can only play one more card. So,
You can.
and let's put it right here.
All right.
And
get a vote.
And I'm just going
There
to
you
make
go.
sure that
That works.
Right.
If I could,
And Mr. Fowler.
I do nothing.
All right, so we have reached the end of the action phase, so now we trigger going to the weather phase. Starting here, it's pretty obvious which the first and second. Martin and Shrey both have the majority there. That did not work as planned. Those two will advance one, and then we will clear these off, but we are in turn order, which now begins with me. We'll take the sun action, choose one cloud, and double your drops in it. So in my case, I believe I have 2 and 2,
Two and
correct?
two, yeah.
So I will choose 2 drops, and I will put them up here on some rice.
Now that's 4. Does that send it to a thundercloud?
It does. Immediately it becomes a thundercloud.
that is a good thing.
Done. So that was my sun action. Now, Jess?
Oh, I wish I could make a thundercloud. This is tricky because I'm going to be 1 behind him here anyway when this rains down. Or I get to 2 there and hope something happens with it.
Coffee won't be fully sprouted though, so I'll only get half points.
Why? Sun's happening.
it
Yeah, but the sun only happens
Oh.
once the rain's gone on it, right?
once it's sprouted.
It would have had to have
Yeah,
already been
yeah,
sprouted,
first.
so
Correct.
it won't happen. Oh, so
Right.
that's not going to get points. That's not super.
Well,
Well,
It'll get 3
it'll get the
points.
top
Yeah,
points.
all
So
right,
here,
well,
move that up so
at
folks,
least I'll
it'll
get
get the
this-
top row of
yeah,
points.
I'll do that.
Because right now it still hasn't even sprouted, right?
No.
All right, Shrey?
They were there. We'll put it in this one.
Okay.
Okay, so my calculation is there's no point in me going on the corn because any amount, as long as you're on there, doesn't matter how much it is.
But it has to get to 5.
Oh, but it has to get to 5. That's a good point, but it wouldn't get to 5 anyway.
Correct.
No.
So it doesn't make any difference, that one. I could fight Jess for this one,
Yep.
and I think it's actually going to be more interesting to
Here
double
we go with
here,
the wheat tokens.
get a that, and
Yeah.
that will get me that wheat token.
All right, so that is the sun. We've already advanced it. The most here, then we'll go there. So Jess will advance. We'll go ahead, clear these off as well. And then the sun action, or I'm sorry, the rain
rain.
action, which is all thunderclouds rain down and rice may develop. And oh, hey, looky there, rice is going to develop.
All right, this
And-
thundercloud
And that will go off.
rains down.
And this one also.
Sweet. Develops.
And that was
That was there.
Here?
Yeah.
That doesn't develop. This
That's
All right, so now just to check real quick, make sure if there are drops on the actual tile that meet the numbers, make sure we put tokens on them.
yeah.
So we're good there. That looks right to me. Y'all? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and these are still in the cloud, so that doesn't develop there. All right, done. Okay, so everybody can take your your votes back. And a moment here.
I want to point out that there's also this little slice in there, so that's where your little lightning bolt is supposed to go.
Lightning
Sort of on the
bolt,
side. But
lightning
of course, can't see that with overhead. But it's super cute.
All right, so now, if all of these are on the harvest symbol, we go into a harvest phase. Oh, hey, we have a harvest phase.
We do.
All right, which means we go into scoring. So we'll go ahead and do this just kind of top left to right. So there we go. So the first one, well, it has 3 drops. It has a harvest or a growing token. So first place gets a wheat token
And
2 points for blue. And all that comes off.
Thank you.
Then because it did rain down, it did flip to its growing. So in that case, everybody that has drops on there will score 1 point per drop on the rice.
Oh, look at that.
So hey, 5 points for Yeller. Don't mind if I do. And the only other one is this one, and notice it is just the bud. So it is the top row, the lower number. Whoever has the most scores 5, so that'd be 5 for J-Rex. And second place would be 3 for blue. There we go. Then everything there will come off.
Yep.
All right, there's the harvest phase. Well done. All right. Whee! All right, now clean up. And I just want to make sure we don't forget any steps, even though there isn't that much to it. I understand.
So Tony mentioned the honeybee expansion is imminent too. There's actually a poo expansion. I have it in mind. I know we didn't play with the poo, but there's a poo.
Wait, Winnie the Pooh.
Well, it's manure. It's for growing.
Oh, that kind of.
But it's poo.
Okay, gotcha. Hey, excrement, fertilizer.
Fertilizer.
There we go. So advance the round marker. If there was a harvest, roll. So somebody go for it. That's going to be now it's going to be a whole lot tougher.
Yep.
There we go. And now we all deal cards. So Shrey, go ahead. Shrey has 2 cards left over. Jess has 1. So there we go.
But we all get 7.
6.
6.
What was that? Oh, that was a smaller
Player count, right?
Player count.
So
And there we go.
need to shuffle.
All right, go for it.
Go ahead.
for it.
You go. You're the shuffler.
All right.
You are the shuffler.
Every day.
I would
Every
be-
day I'm shuffling.
Shuffling.
I would be embarrassed to
Yeah.
shuffle in front of Edward.
He does judge. He does look at you.
I'm looking at
I
him.
don't-
He doesn't. I mean, look
I
at
mean,
that.
I could do a casino shuffle, but I'm not trying, like they do there.
You're not trying to impress?
No, I'm not. No.
All right.
Okay, thank you. And the extra cards.
you.
There we go. All right, and I begin. And so
And so,
we begin. And you must discard at the end of the first phase, right? If you have too many cards, correct?
what? No. Before
When
you
you-
got your cards.
Oh, gotcha.
when-
Yeah.
When you pass, if you have 5 cards, you
Gotcha.
go down to 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
When that round's over.
Oof,
Yeah.
I do not like my hand
Because
draw.
the passing person has 0, but everybody
Well.
else.
I am going to put out a new cloud. I like rice.
Do you?
I do. And I will put a vote out. I will actually put it on the frost. And a moment while I think. Yeah, done. That's it. You know what?
No? And take the 2. Seems like a good thing to do.
Because I didn't really know which one I wanted to do there, so might as well take the 2 points. Done.
Gotcha.
I was going to do that.
Same. I mean, the chances of that getting around wasn't great. So I can do that. That seems like a good
So yeah, mechanically you can see, not a hard game.
Yeah.
No. Nicely teachable.
Right.
level
I think
right
that
away.
was relatively succinct. Yeah, Derek, Tony, do you guys know the details on the expansion? Because I do not.
The poo expansion?
Yeah, the flower expansion.
Just adds
That
different
includes-
tiles. There's flower tiles
And
and
fertilizer.
Fertilizer. That's it.
Okay. But they were Christopher was asking if it includes the Kickstarter stuff as well.
I don't think the retail version does, but I did. Mine is the Kickstarter version. So. All right. Do that.
And vote.
I'll get in there.
Ain't no party like a win party. That it? Any other action?
That's such an interesting action to have happen. I want to. I mean. This might be interesting.
I really dislike my draw.
Me too.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm gonna move into here, which makes it a thundercloud.
Kaboom.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. And what am I gonna do with that? I don't want just 1 point. I think I want to do this, and then yeah, then I'll go in here. That seems-
Hey, 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 hey. All right, Shrey.
I will send out another cloud with a frost
Potato.
card.
A tuber. It's not a tuba. What? That was
We're going to get that going again.
okay.
And then I will... Yeah, I'll use 2
Oof.
wind cards.
That's right. You had so many extras, so there's
There
that.
were so many. There's 3
And
extras.
send this guy into here.
Oh, that was in.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, it was
yeah,
in.
That was
All
a bounce.
right.
That was a bounce.
Oh, and my second vote is going to be, so it could be rain or wind.
The significance of a thundercloud is a thundercloud when the rain weather event happens, thunderclouds automatically empty.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're trying to
Oh, nice,
maybe make that
Justin.
happen.
I think that's a good idea to get clouds out there, so I'm going to get a cloud out there. And
nice.
my vote
Clouds for
is
it.
going to be for sun, because I like the sun. I reckon I'm out of it on the wind, so I might as well go after the sun. Of course not. Well, I could go on the wind with that card, but frost's boring.
And we have to watch for 8. What do we have in there? It's 5, right?
5, yeah.
So, play a little sunshine. Throw a couple up there. Gonna add 1 to the wind. And I think I will take a second action. Oof.
Right?
Or do I?
I know.
A moment. How many cards does everybody have?
5.
5. Jess?
4.
And I have 4. I'm not taking a second action. I'm done.
I don't want to do that. All right.
Nope, not gonna. No.
2 your drops to a cloudy present. That would be this one. I think we're still under though, because that's 5.
Yep.
So that's 7.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So close, so close.
And I appreciate
full
that
cloud.
Weathered says he might have to pick this up. Just saying.
I know.
I find that amusing to me.
He's actually getting a hurricane right now in New Orleans.
Oh, he's down in New Orleans.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Be safe.
he was
Be
like, I
safe.
might miss the end of this. I hope you don't.
Yeah,
And I hope
yeah.
everything goes well. So
Yeah,
that's
they
with
said
so I put
Mississippi is twice as high as it normally
there. No
is this time of
secondary
year.
action for me.
Or for the hurricane.
So there's nothing in there, right?
Yeah, that's empty. Good call.
Okay.
So close, Shrey. Do something.
Well,
Make it rain.
it's not going to harvest anyway.
Maybe. If you make it drop,
Then it'll grow.
This happens
Yes, it'll
first.
grow, but it doesn't necessarily.
But remember, it's
Harvest.
unlikely that we're going to have
Yeah,
a
we're not-
harvest.
but you're
right?
done there. We're all set. We can worry about other things. We've taken care of the coffee.
Yep. I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Think about it.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Derek?
So I can play 2 cards as a wild.
Whether it says still here, just pledged. All right. Is the Kickstarter going right now?
No, it's not. It was
Okay.
out, but it's probably a late pledge.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, that was fortuitous timing because I really didn't know that. All right.
Unless you pledged JC. I don't know.
I'm looking.
Play.
Oh, well. Well, there's that. Okay, go ahead. Finish your turn.
See, I'm like, what are you talking about?
I will play 2 as a sun, and put them right here.
You sure? No, I'm just
Don't
messing.
listen to
You're
him ever,
totally
Shrey.
just messing.
Poor
You're good.
Shrey. He actually bought it.
And
He looked at me like, oh, there's
Wait,
no
what?
way you're opening that. I
know.
did that on purpose.
Thank you. That's what I carry around
so
for
I can
coffee.
do that or that. I will have this
why
That
is
you
that
make.
going.
That you make for me.
Just saying.
Wonderful coffee.
And no second.
All right.
So
Martin?
Okay. I'm going to frost again.
Thank you, my love. I appreciate it.
Drop something on there, and I will vote
You could,
sun,
let's put it there.
Yeah, good idea.
because I'm boring like that. I'm going to leave it at that.
All right, so here, real quick, before we go anywhere.
Yes.
Dun,
See, I
dun,
had to
dun,
prepare.
dun.
I had to prepare. Yay.
So. Oh, really?
Doesn't like you.
There we go.
Yay.
Okay, so hold on, wait, let me get the name right here. All right, Dustin. So cheers, Dustin. Thank you very much for
Thank
the
you,
support.
Dustin.
I was a little slow on the pickup on the pledge. I thought he meant for the game. So,
No.
hey, I thank you. Appreciate it
very
very much. All right, cool. Okay, so my turn. Well, well, that's not what I want to do, actually. Okay. That's going to be a sun action.
Is it now?
It's a good question, is it?
Can you turn the rain into sun?
Yes. That's going to be a sun action. So I'm going to go ahead, drop a couple there. Yep.
And it gets a thunder.
And it does because it's at
Or lightning
4
bolts.
or more, right?
Yes.
So it's now a thundercloud. And to be clear, the sun action looks like this, which means there or reduce.
Oh.
And
Oh.
let's go ahead and party with my friend Jess.
No
there.
worries.
Done. Yeah, I have a feeling I know what's coming. I'm done.
Really?
There we go.
Do you, though? Well, I'm not doing this. Yeah, I'll take care of that. 2.
That's now.
This is going to rain
Wow.
down.
Yep.
Committed to that.
Well,
Right.
I don't have another place to put it. It's an action I can take. I have to take the action. I don't have an option, and I want to vote here.
Why?
So that was why. No
Why?
secondary for me.
No,
So that's
You're a
enough
convicted
on there for
felon.
it
You can't
to-
vote.
It's growing.
Growing? Or it's sprouting.
Yeah,
Sprouting.
so we got to put the sprout on. I'm not convicted.
And it will grow.
If
Just the voting.
Yes.
No way,
Likely. Very
convicted
likely.
felon. Only in some games. Convicted felon. That may have happened, but I don't. That's not a court of law. I am always the betrayer.
All right, no second action.
I
You
said
say
no,
Shrek?
I'm done.
I heard you. I see. I listened this time.
No.
I could do that.
I was so nervous before tonight's stream too. It's been 2 weeks since I'd streamed, so I like.
Lost a touch.
What I was worried that I had.
You're always nervous. So.
Well, there's that.
Exactly. How could we tell if Edward was
I
more
know. I'm
nervous
like,
than
I'm
usual?
not sure that this is different in any way.
How many cards did people
2.
4, okay. And 2.
And Jess has 2.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
all right. I'm going to
We're
put down
always
a
telling
cloud.
you
Oh, I need
you're
a I need
I
a
know, I
pizza
know.
stand.
Oh yes, here.
It's going right here.
Hold on, we'll throw them off to the side. There we go.
Cloud stand.
Okay.
And voting.
Now I'm picturing a cloud doing like a handstand, a cloud
That's right.
stand.
Cloud
right?
stand.
I feel like if I don't do this, Martin's just going to put one down there anyway.
Out of
So
spite. Camille, hello from Morocco.
And I will not
hope
do
you're
second.
eating well, Camille.
I am
I
sitting it out.
even down to where you go. I hope you're
Correct,
eating
I
well.
am voting on
Because
sun.
Morocco.
Yes, I can.
Sure, do that.
Done?
Yep.
How many are in there? 5?
5.
Oh, that's so nice. That's going to be a sun action, which looks a lot like this.
Which means
I will add 2. I'm pretty sure that means that's 7. And
The fight continues.
I would like to get off the schneid. I'm just saying. I really would.
I mean, we do share at this point.
It's very sharing.
I'm just messing.
You're right. Seriously. And done. I'm out of cards, so I'm not taking a second action.
I could, with my 2 cards, make this happen, but it feels just mean. There's no real need for me to go in there.
Elk of Legend says hello and good night from Germany. Drive-by thumbs up. Hashtag thumb drive. As you can see up there. If you guys are enjoying it, don't forget to like down below, subscribe, support the show.
I don't want to pass because I have to get rid of these.
Be like Mr. Weathered.
No reason to do that. So I will do this, which I cannot do. I cannot rain. I do not have a cloud. So I can vote.
Yep.
But it just seemed foolish to throw away my cards. So I shall, do I want to start over there and get ahead?
This game plays dramatically different 4 players than
only
3.
there was Shrek.
I feel like.
But it also plays dramatically different if you don't get the rules right.
I knew you were going to bust out with that. Just goes to show that even we make mistakes still.
Well, it was like the first time I played Pax Pamir, and we got several major rules wrong, but you could still tell it was a good game.
Right.
And Edward, you have no cards. You will be passing.
Yes, yes.
That is
Okay.
a astute deduction, sir.
So, which of these 2 cards? I think it's going to be this one. Here's a Delightful Sun card.
Delightful.
And we'll put that there. And you have 3 cards left? 2 cards? 3? Yeah.
Still going for it.
Well, I'm just protecting myself in case you.
It's purely defensive.
In
he
case I
says.
should just happen to put 2 win counts down as a son.
Yeah. And you might be right, Dimitri.
2 in there. And I'm going to vote. I have no choice but to continue voting for Son. I was going to do something else, but you don't leave me
I
an
elect
option.
to pass because I don't have a choice, which unfortunately means Martin becomes first player because it has to move.
And it goes
And it goes counterclockwise. I discard all of the cards that I do not have. And everybody gets 1 more action and no auxiliary actions, but everybody only has 1 card, so it's a cow's opinion. It's moo. And Edgar, appreciate the kind words. Welcome from Chile. Nice. I dig that. It's still surreal to me. It's still surreal to me.
It's a small world.
I've got to book a flight to Chile in September.
Oh, that's right. You do. You're going to
Santiago.
Yeah.
Jealous.
It's a rough life.
I know.
It's,
It is.
well, yeah, he's like, yeah, enough of the travel, actually. So fair point.
I know, that's the thing, is once you do it, you're like, God, it's not so much.
It is a rough life,
It
actually.
really- yes. After last year, we can appreciate that. Let me tell you.
So,
There's a reason we're not going to Gen Con.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm none.
You're passing?
Yep.
Okay. Shrek.
I will pass also.
Okay. And Martin?
Ooh.
I know. I'm always
Do I hold this card or do I? Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass this.
All right. So that's it. So we are now going to the weather. 1, so it looks like this and this is going to be the 2. So here, we'll just do it real easy. Everybody's moving up 1.
Yep.
Because tied here, so there we go. Those are going to be the 2 that happen, just to save a little accounting time. So the sun, and the sun one goes in turn order, choose a cloud and double your drops.
Choose a cloud.
Double your fun.
My drops. So one of my weak clouds is going to get excited. Which one's the question? I think it's going to be.
Oh my God, why do you do this?
It's excited wheat. He said he was going to get excited. Sorry.
It's a thunder.
6.
Yes, it does.
get a
Thank
thunder.
you. Oh,
Yep.
terrible aim. All right, so I'm up. I'm going to add 7 to the rice.
Yep. Go bonkers.
And
Jesus.
I like rice.
Wow.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Done. Jess?
So you're going to put up
Oh, yeah.
sprouts?
Oh, hold on.
You probably should do that.
It's sprouted.
That's a lot of droplets. I have no clouds, so I will be not doing anything.
Okay. And Shrey?
3 or 3.
3 sounds good.
Yes,
3?
it does.
Do I hear 3?
3.
3.
If I do that. I'll do this one.
All right.
Can I get a lightning in this?
Yes.
Oh,
There we go.
thank you.
Jess?
There you go.
All right, so now Martin. Oh, you were first. Sorry.
That's it.
So now wind, and this is in reverse order. So starting with Shrey,
Oh.
move any one drop from a field to an adjacent field. Reminder, does not have to be yours. But you
Right.
must move a drop to
Right.
an orthogonally adjacent field.
I got that. I have this uneasy alliance with Martin on that corn because I need his 5th bead.
We're cooperating.
So I'm going to. I will just have your turn be put it back on there.
Okay.
Expect
Jess?
that to be the thing.
Oh, we're going this way.
Yep, reverse order.
Interesting. This uneasy alliance. I could get me on there. I'm definitely going to help myself because I don't need that many over there.
Do me a
go
favor,
for
guys.
one
Put your
point
cards
there?
up
No,
here so
I'll go
everybody
here.
sees you have one left over. There we
I'm
go.
going to do that for me.
Where'd you move? Sorry.
Just myself down
Oh,
one.
down to the cotton. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and move from the wheat. I like corn.
I don't like that.
Martin.
Well, sure, I get a choice, didn't he? So I go in there. This is what you do. You see, you cause all this trouble. And
Yeah.
There we go.
We
So
bounce
that's
back on you.
both of those. Then phase 3, which is the harvest phase, we don't have because we are not at that. So we go into the cleanup, which is that. Roll
these
the
two get
non-harvest dice.
See if we get some harvest.
Oh,
my
wow.
We are definitely getting a harvest.
Yes.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's that. And now we
Good for Edward.
deal, and I'll start shuffling.
And
All right,
likes
here we
a
go.
Harvest.
3, 4.
So Christopher says that does develop the coffee.
Sun weathered has happened, so Jess's and Martin's coffee has. Oh yeah, because sun happened.
Oh, sun
yeah.
happened.
So flip that.
So
yeah.
this would.
There you go.
Yep.
Yep. And continue, sir.
So Edward really wants there to be a rain this time. Otherwise, he's going to be really upset.
Right. Alright.
I would like the draw I had last hand. It was like all rain, just about.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Where in Chile are you, Edgar? And Mr. Fowler, it is your honor, sir.
Okay.
It is, isn't it? It's certainly my honour. That would be an interesting thing to do.
And you're right. I obviously want it to rain heavy. And the fact that you guys have already started it,
That gives
that's
you a
always
little-
nice.
little
Yeah,
heads
little.
up, but-
Yeah, that's
but
very nice.
We'll see what happens.
Got him there.
That's 14, I think.
14, wow. What have I got in here? Yeah, I've got to really, haven't I? I think I'm going to pop over here. Join the rice party. And that'll be it. And I will vote. Maybe for rain.
I don't like it.
Right?
I will.
It's not harming Edward for me to come in and join him. It doesn't lower his score at all. Only helps because it means we cooperate.
I'll go. Wait, I'm sorry. That's where. Yeah, no, sun. That's right. I'm adding 2 drops. Wait. Do I want to? Hold on. That might work. Do I do that instead? Hold on. I do that. No, it doesn't matter. So use less cards. So I will go ahead and Sun, putting 2. Actually, we can take that off now, since I moved there, which means Thunder Boomer. And I will. Well, we're not going to reduce dice, right? So, I do not want Sun to happen. So I'm good with Wind. Done. J-Rex.
Interesting.
Why do you not want sun to
I
happen?
know.
Because I won't. I won't need it to happen. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And I don't want you to double that and get points.
Okay,
Sun.
So there's that.
that's nice of you.
Oh, hey, just saying. No, so there's no force to,
Well
but
done.
Yep.
you're going to Santiago later this year, right? I know it's
Yeah,
work related.
unfortunately, it's a
Yeah.
working day, and working
Okay.
days usually start at about 7 and end at about 11 p.m.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not a game night.
All right, yeah. Bummer. Sorry, Edgar.
That was a really nice offer, though, Edgar.
Yeah.
It was very nice. Much appreciated. I would love to do it, but I just know the realistic.
Yeah.
When we have a
Yes, I will play
have
that.
a meeting, global management
And-
meetings, they tend to run very long, and then have dinner afterwards, which is effectively a continuation of the meeting.
Right, and the dinners take forever, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a second action, I will choose not to.
Okay, Martin.
I'm going to pop some frost.
And your English is fine, Edgar.
Pop it there, and I'm going to vote for sun. Surprise, surprise.
Hey, slow down. So now, hey, it's gonna rain.
And the only place I
Yep,
can.
yeah, down in Wheatville.
This one?
Yep, just one, just one.
I'm moving it.
And it stays a thundercloud, mind you, because once a thundercloud, always a thundercloud. So there's that, but
Now you're
Here we
gonna be
go.
singing It's Electric. Wookie, wookie, wookie. Is that it? Are you doing another action? You had to boogie before you decided.
I did. Just a little interlude. No, I am not done.
Okay.
He's like, no problem. Somebody else will have to teach us brass.
I'll do that.
Stop that.
Why? You don't want the sun.
Yeah, I don't want one
Do I
either.
want to do another one?
Well, no, Martin does. Absolutely, he does.
I want that to happen, but I'm not worried. I'm gonna pause. I'm not gonna do anything right now.
No? Okay. Okay, which ones do I want to do? This is an interesting question. I'm going to use these two for a single action.
Okay.
For a push, a wind.
Oh, hold on. Jesus says you played Frost and voted for Wind. This?
Oh,
Last Thursday, so it's one of those two.
Ah,
Good
thank you.
catch, Jesus.
thank you.
Yes, thank you. Gotta watch this
love
guy.
looking
He
at
knows the
Galaxy.
rules far too well.
Seriously, dude, it has changed my gaming forever when you have Christopher and the Peanut Gallery as a whole.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
like, nope, you can't do it.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. All right, thank you. Backing it
thank
up.
you.
And now,
And now
your action.
I'll do that, and we are going to do this as a wind, and put it right there.
All right.
And now I will vote correctly.
Wind, because
Right.
Thank you.
And no secondary?
No.
Okay.
How many cards have people got?
I have 4.
Okay, quite
Five.
a lot of cards.
4.
Left. Rain looks likely. I think I'm going to drop a sun. That will make that a thundercloud.
Yep. And, it's going to rain over in Wheatville again. I choose mine. And should note, could have made it rain with Trey's
Yeah.
drop, but I elect not to. Done.
wow, wow.
Or stop.
What?
Gonna play another rain.
Oh,
It's gonna rain in Wheatville.
Okay.
interesting.
Maybe he's going to move it.
Maybe.
So there's that. And then
Yeah, it
I
could
will
get you
go
out of there.
there.
And
And I forgot my vote, I
Okay.
believe.
Good. All right, done. I'm out of
What?
cards.
Doing
J-Rex,
up
you're up.
there.
I'm gonna get.
We're sharing,
Come
aren't we?
on. Well, that's unfortunate. No rain. You need a
Yep.
growing. Thank you. So I got rain or frost. Rain's gonna happen.
I like the chances of that happening, yes.
I know. That seems like a thing to do. Okay, so we'll make that. And then do these two for wind, which I'm just going to point out I'm doing that.
You are spiteful.
No, I'm
evil
really
woman.
not. We share, remember? And I was nice last time. I let you keep your share.
All right, so
Wind.
move.
Yeah, where do I want to go? Down here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4,
You were.
5.
Oh, sorry, you're just counting. Sorry.
Yeah, because that would bring
Yep.
it to 7.
Yep.
It's already a thundercloud. Can go up there, but I don't need to. Or I could go over here and worry about that for next time. Moving that way seems the best.
I guess I don't.
And what's definitely happening? We're definitely doing
Rain.
thunderclouds will rain.
Yes.
Ooh. And we're probably doing sun, which doubles. That doesn't help me tremendously, but we know we're harvesting. So that seems the best thing to do.
Yep. Keeps Martin from getting another wheat token. From
And I already,
that.
I
No,
did
I'll
my
get a
vote.
wheat token from that. 'cause I've got-
Yeah, he gets a wheat token.
I'll get a wheat token. She'll just get.
Oh,
some
because
points.
you'll
I get
have
3
first,
points.
right? Yeah.
And
Sorry,
she wouldn't get
sorry.
any more points for dropping on.
I
the
keep
top.
thinking. I keep thinking the corn.
Right.
So my bad. You're right. All right,
Yep.
Shrey.
Yes. I'm gonna get 2 turns. Yes. Oh no, it's too late.
Yeah, manipulating this
Yeah.
feels like the biggest part of the game.
Well, there's several manipulations to.
Yeah, there's a
juggle.
lot
There's
of
quite a lot of
interplay.
things to play at once here. It's quite
Yep.
nice.
The weather
Alright,
effects.
instead I will do this.
Do that.
I'll start this. I will start
Bit of
a new
frosting.
cloud here and vote for.
Frost or sun gives you a leg up on Frost for next round.
Yeah, I will do that. And I will not play a second card.
Right, Mr. Fowler.
These 2 frosts are actually a sun. Pop it in there. I'm voting for sun.
I pass. Everybody has 1 action left.
Nice.
I feel like I'm getting less actions than everybody, so I'm worried about that, but we'll see. I'm counting on a lot of rice.
You are going to get a lot of
You're going to get a
points
lot
for
of
that.
rice.
Okay. Frost gives you frost and this for voting, right?
Or either or, but yes.
Frost and sun for voting. Huh.
Oh, as options, yes.
That's. Oh. Trying to take that token from you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5. No, you'll still be 1 ahead of me. Okay. It does force you in there, though, instead of doubling up over that rice field, which is unfortunate. Which would you go for?
Whoa.
I should. I'll do what I should do. So I'm gonna play these as a frost. Create that, and then because it's a frost, I can vote in
Yep.
sun.
And Shrey.
I will play Sun and put 2 right here. And that is it. And vote for, well, I'm not voting for Sun, so.
Okay. And you cannot do a secondary.
Correct.
So Martin.
These two will be another sun. Put 2 more in there, and that makes it a nice little thundercloud. And I might as well vote for sun while I'm at it.
All right. So that is done. So we go here. So it looks
Yes.
like blue is going to go 1.
Yep.
And then here, green is going to go 1, and yellow will go 1 for those. So we will start with the sun because it goes in order there. So the sun goes first, and sun says in turn order, choose 1 and double. Well, I only have 1 option, and I only have 1 drop. Oh, look at that.
That worked out.
Done.
Though you can take from fields.
I could, but yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah,
if you were
good call,
asked.
good call. All right, Jess. You can double 1.
And that's all I have. So I shall.
And Shrey.
Oh, actually, no, I can do that one. I forgot about that. I think it doesn't matter because I'm going to get to 4. They're going to leave now, rather double that.
So if I wanted to double this one, do I need to pull 1? Because I only have 2 left. Do I need to pull 1 from somewhere else?
I believe you must.
And it
I
must
will
come from
double
a
check
field.
that. Yeah, I believe you
You got
must.
to pick a field, yeah.
It's got to come from a field. Okay, that's
You
okay.
must pull from the fields.
I'm looking.
Good question.
May.
But
really-
can you
but
take
cannot
the act-
take from another cloud. It must come from a
So,
field.
but I can still
But what
just...
if he doesn't have enough in his supply to double? There's something that it does say something in there about that.
Oh, it says, if a player has no drops in any cloud, the sun weather does not affect him. Otherwise, it is mandatory to choose 1 cloud to double. If the player has fewer drops left in their
Okay.
supply than necessary, you may take drops from tiles, but not from another cloud
Okay.
to then perform the sun
Yep, so
weather.
you
I
can
will
just do
put
the
2 and a thunder because it's 5 now.
Yep.
Yes.
And no surprise where I'm doubling.
Yep.
You could take from here.
Yeah, that's...
I could. That's true.
that one's not scoring yet.
All right, so now rain. So all thunderclouds now rain down.
Yep.
Splash. That rice is going to be very
That is
wet.
a serious rice paddy.
And it's rain,
that flipped,
so that flips.
correct. And this one will also rain.
That.
And this.
That.
And this. Oh, this also.
Lots of harvesting happening.
Oop. And right here.
And that grass as well, does it?
All right.
It's Massachusetts, it should be grass.
Right. So there's that. Now we go into harvest. There will be a harvest. So we will roll these here momentarily. And we'll go ahead and do this. So here we go. Red is scoring 4 points, it looks like there.
Yep.
Welcome to the game, Shrey.
Thank you.
Then blue looks like you're getting 2 points and another token.
Yep.
Blue is also going to get 3, 6, 9 points for that. That's the 18. And I'm pretty sure yellow's getting 14, right? 4, 8, yep, 14 to 21. That worked out well. Had all my rice in the basket, as it were. And because this did flip, because we had a sun one, so it looks like Jess is getting 10. Red is getting 5. There we go. Wow, there's a big reset coming, isn't there? Then red's getting another 5 for there. Then red's getting another 4 for there. Green is getting 5. Then yellow's getting 2 and a token. So there. And red is getting 3.
Thank you.
Nothing. Nothing. And here, blue is getting 2 and another token. You stop that. And Jess is getting 3. I would say that is a fairly tight race thus far.
There's your 14.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's better. All right. And, all right.
Maybe a while before the next harvest.
Could be. So we go into a cleanup. We go advance there. We deal cards. I'll go ahead and shuffle.
Oh, we made an error. Keep reading, Edward. It must be a full
Must
double
be a full
or nothing.
double or nothing.
Ooh.
So you would have had to have taken one from a field, right? You were one short.
I would have taken one from here because I had 2 here.
Okay, so it didn't matter.
If
Okay,
it did
good.
affect me, it meant I couldn't play the 3, so I lose 3 points.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
3
So
for where?
I doubled going into the there, and I could only
Oh,
put
to
3
get
in.
those 3 points, and they were 1 each.
All right, there we go. Okay,
Okay.
cool. There we go.
Yeah, I thought, thank you. I thought
Okay.
that was somewhere that you couldn't do that if you didn't have the total, but
It's all or nothing. I
yeah.
apologize.
That's okay.
Yep. Well, that would have
I'm
altered
glad
my
I'm not
plans,
crazy.
but there we are.
Because I was like, wait.
They're only plans.
It has to be double or none. Right there. Right.
I was like, I
very
think
last
it
sentence.
says somewhere.
Yep. Good catch. Good. Jess was right and Christopher was right. Good call.
Yep. Thank you, Christopher.
Supposed to be.
Thank you, Christopher. You cost me 3 points.
Thank you, Christopher. No,
88
thank you.
degrees tomorrow here.
If I lose by 3 points, I'm
Yes.
blaming Christopher.
Well, yeah, hopefully Christopher didn't vote
So
for
you're
you.
going conditioning, and
Yes.
I'm going pool.
Right. Well, that works for both of us,
It
right?
does.
Okay. All right, so I am starting this round off. We are now halfway through the game.
Yes, we
That's
are.
where we sit. Good luck. training.
Finally, I got some cards.
Huh. Wow, we have wiped out the board. Look at that. There was a massive harvest in year 3. It was a good year.
It was a good year.
It was a good year.
It was a very good year.
All right, well, start off where. Let's go ahead and
Seems like a thing to do.
right.
On the rice, by any chance?
If it ain't broke.
Told you you're a one-trick pony.
Right, there we go. So there's that. Now the question is, do I want to play a second action?
What's the one?
No. Maybe. Nope, done. That's it.
A second.
Yep.
Oh, I can't. Well. Those 3 people's background. I mean, I can grab a piece of it, but that seems. I'm doing this and just trying to decide where my best placement is.
I think that's the right. Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
only majority that gets anything from those.
Now I'm paranoid.
Yeah, it's,
No, I'm
it's
pretty
the
sure.
majority, yeah. Or the
So
first
that's
place.
not ideal.
Yep.
And ties are friendly, right?
Yes.
Those are good, but not great. The potatoes are odd. So first place gets 3 points, second place gets 7.
Yeah.
Potatoes have always struck
That
me
is,
as odd.
potatoes are odd. Odd potatoes.
Christopher says, well, Chris Froome didn't start the Tour de France this year, so I need another Englishman to pick on, so
This
you're
makes
it,
sense.
Martin.
I'll do
I'm gonna try something risky,
that.
and we'll see if this works out.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
do something
and
weird.
vote.
And vote.
Assuming nobody stops me.
Clouds
But
happen, but
I'm going to
nobody's
do something
there.
distinctly weird.
Okay.
Odd. You're going to be odd. So sun or frost. I'll go in here. Seems.
Sun.
And secondary.
No.
All right. Shrey.
Let's put down a cloud.
Which this all makes sense because we wiped out the fields, right?
Secondary. I choose not to do
All right,
secondary.
and vote?
And vote will be, hey, let's get this frost going.
Okay. And frost means all light clouds become thunder clouds, is what would happen if that happens right now. Mr. Fowler, let's see the weird.
No, actually, I've decided against the weird.
What? I wanted to see weird.
I know.
Yeah, I decided it was a bit too weird.
All right, and voting, sir?
And vote. It's going to be for Sun.
All right. So,
Always vote for the sun.
secondary or not?
Nope.
All right. That's going to be a sun action. And that's going to be a
Just
vote.
always with that.
And then it's going to be a sun action.
It's just only rice. Only rice.
He's a one-trick pony.
And a vote. And I'm done.
Oh, you're done with your
Jeez.
cards. Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was going to make sure that you guys either burn through your cards or you're not going to get a bunch of actions. I wanted to try something
No,
different.
but we can still hold on to them. We're going to have more
Understood.
rounds.
No, I get that. But
That's a great thing to do here, but right now we're okay.
Well,
For what needs to happen
I
here.
was going to pull
There's
a
no
lever and
harvest.
see how it worked.
If there was a harvest, I'd be concerned. I'm less, so.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Costa.
Yeah, so you'll pass next time. So
How's it
we have
going?
two.
Hope you're doing well. You're going to see
I
Yinzi on
can
the show
get-
this summer.
Two in there, which means it's a thunder. I mean, that stinks, but it's not going to harvest anyway.
Any secondary?
Maybe.
She said, hold your Petrichor.
Oh, thundercloud.
Oh, yep, gotcha. Good call.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, all right, I have to do that. So that and what? I want that. I want that. Meh.
Hopefully, you and Rolla can make the chat when we do that. We'll let you know when it's going to be coming, Costa. Hope things are going well in Portugal. So we have Chile,
Yeah,
Germany.
keep that, even though I don't want.
Let's see, we had the UK there. We have Morocco.
Yes.
This is pretty cool tonight. This is a lot of fun.
We got 4 different continents. aren't
Right? Yeah, that's pretty decent.
All right, play that as a sun. So that's 2. Do that. And then that takes care of that.
All right, Shrey.
So there has been one glitter on, right?
There has.
So I'm going to do this as a first action and vote for wind. And I will do which 2? Which 4?
Potentially could be 4 cards, right?
Yes, it is going to be 4 cards
Yeah. That's an
because
expensive
I got a lot of cards.
You're going to lose some anyway if you don't, because you have to go down to 4, so.
Oh, nice, Brian. We're actually going to be posting another 1846 stream with we did with Eric Brocious and company with a spreadsheet and a link to the spreadsheet.
Sure, don't get excited that South Carolina is watching. South Carolina is very excited.
Hey, I used to live there, Dead Squirrel. We're in South Carolina.
So my second
Yes.
action is I'm going to do another wind.
Wow. Here, bring all the cards up so folks can see.
Yeah. So I did that one, and
Yeah.
I'm doing this as another wind.
There's 2 wins, right?
That's
yeah.
the first wind
Yep.
was to move that. Second wind is to move this way.
Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dirty.
Yay! That was amazing. We all love you, Shay.
Well, none of that 14 points again.
That was so good. and notice that he prefaced it with, "There's only been one glory to rule," and you're like,
Yeah.
We didn't have an over-under for Glory on
So
Rose, did we? in
naive.
this?
So naive. You're like,
I
yeah,
know,
there's just
right,
been
yeah.
one.
Oh, you sweet summer child. The joys of being the,
The
host.
innocence.
Yeah,
I love
right,
the
I know,
innocence.
right?
That was
Like,
involved.
oh,
You're
there's
like,
only
yeah,
one.
there's only been one.
And I'm like, oh, he's going to have another one. I thought it was coming from him, not from me.
That he was going to glory the world.
Yeah.
I knew something was up because I'm like, but he hasn't said it
Oh,
yet.
Charleston.
What's
It's a
up?
pretty town. I was stationed in Beaufort for the entire Marine Corps career, and then lived in Greenville
You're done, right?
for a number of years.
I'll drop a sun. Put 2 in there. And vote for sun, because I vote for sun.
I elect to pass. You get 1 action left.
Do I want to hold on to this?
Well,
It's a
now you
question.
can know about the gameplay, Koshta.
I think. Oh.
Well, you could.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm used to it. But I host shows really well, even if I don't play games really well. No, go for it. All good. All good. All
It
good.
feels bad.
Nah.
All right. Where do I want you? Probably. Also 2. Yeah, I want to go here. I mean, I can put it in frost. No, because that's. Yeah, that'll
that'd
happen.
be wasted.
No, because that one's not going to hit. That one's going to hit. So build up for next time to catch up with Shrey and Frost.
Oh, I'm not gonna hurt my feeling.
I'm really just taking points from you. That doesn't feel nice.
It's all good.
Sorry.
Don't be. Glory to Rome, but don't be. All right.
Put 1 in there for me as well, will you?
You have to say it though, sir.
Say it. Say it.
Go forth and multiply.
I love it when he says that.
All right.
No more multiplying for me.
I will stun here to make sure
Please.
that
You've done quite enough multiplying.
I've
for
done a
what
lot of
you're doing.
multiplying.
How many are in there?
there's now 8.
Okay, all right.
It was going to happen anyway,
Right.
but I didn't want. This is going to happen also, and if I only had 1 here, you could have just pushed it out.
Yes.
Just
I am aware.
so, and then I'll push.
Makes sense.
I'll put this down to 1 because
And a point
putting
for
an
red.
extra vote
Okay.
out doesn't.
And it rains down.
Yes. All right. That's,
There you go.
Well, I'm going to do a frost.
All right, that's it.
That makes you can't go. Oh,
And I get a vote.
you have to.
But I would have voted. There's no point in me voting on Sun because I'm going to lose anyway to Jess, so I might as well just take a pip.
You can take two
No,
points.
do
Oh,
two
actually,
pips.
yes,
Yeah.
2 pips.
Do
2
you
points.
too? I would have
2 point
if that
pip,
was
yeah.
And it doesn't get rolled now by
That's
doing
true.
that, right?
Yes.
All right, so we now go into the weather phase. So it's obviously going to be here and there. So it's going to be Jess goes up 1,
Sorry.
and red goes up 1. So it'll be those 2. I'll clear those off. So sun, and the sun is in turn order. Choose a cloud and double it.
So
Unless you're me.
Starts with me then,
It
doesn't it?
does.
I'm done. Wait, was there 1 in there?
Oh, sorry, that's correct. Double
Okay,
it, not
there
put
you go.
2 in. Quite right.
I'm done. I have no clouds. I'm not bitter. Yes, I am. Very. Yeah, I think we played 1846 in 90 minutes on the when we recorded it with
Yep.
the spreadsheet, so that'll be good to show folks.
I mean, do I want to get rid of this
Certainly it's a
now?
lot quicker than the
I
6
do.
hours it took when I played my game of 1846.
Right.
Yes, Eric and Joe will keep that game going.
Yep. Yeah, they will. But folks will actually see that everybody took time on on some of their turns to
Okay.
actually stop and think, and it wasn't
That's
like go
good.
go go. Yeah.
This needs a
Lightning. Yep. There we go.
Point of order.
Yes. It just had a sun, so it flips.
Okay.
It goes and flips because it's a sun action.
Excellent. You good with this?
Yes. All right. So that was everybody for the sun,
yeah.
right? And now we're going to do the wind. So the wind is in reverse order, starting with Shrey. Move a drop from a field to an adjacent field.
That's an interesting choice.
Oh yeah, we'll be going to Essen every year, Koshta. We'll see you there, hopefully. Well, if you're going, we'll see you there.
All right. We'll push this over here. Maybe you want to keep it there. I don't know.
I mean, I'm fine with them.
And
So
Jess?
this way, I'll go in here. He's like, no! Why would you do such things? Did I do a thing on my turn, Trey?
That is not how I envisioned this going. Right. I will, let's see. Go move one of my drops down south, please.
To here?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
And as Stray surmised, I will move a drop back into the corner. But not mine.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Not yours.
Well, it's only worth 3 points if I
Yeah,
go back
good
in
point,
there.
good point,
If I
yeah.
hang out in the coffee, I can get 5. And
That's-
reinforcing Jess makes it harder for him to push Jess out.
That's a fair point. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. So then we go into harvest. We're done because there is no harvest. So cleanup, penultimate round. We roll the non-harvest dice.
Oh.
Well, there may be a harvest.
There could be back-to-back harvests coming.
There could
Alright.
be.
That's right. So you have 1 card left over, and Martin has 3.
Yes.
I don't drink beer, but a cocktail will be more than welcome, Costa. And we'll see you Friday at the meetup at Essen.
Only the fancy cocktails, like the pink drinks with the umbrellas.
And pineapple.
That's what you like.
Very sweet cocktails.
Something with apple in
Moscow
it.
mules or not? Thank you.
If it has an umbrella, it gets bonus points. What? It's true. I drink whiskey neat, and you drink frou-frou drinks.
Right, yeah. Because according to Jess,
is-
gin is a foo-foo drink.
It is.
Yeah.
All that watermelon.
It's berries.
Hey, watermelon juice?
gin berries.
Absolutely, I will. When I'm playing poker, phew, there are a few things better than that.
I have to go first.
Yep.
No, that's going to be interesting.
Yes.
Oh, real quick, hold on. We forgot this up top.
Yep.
There. Anything else? There's only 4 here, so nothing there. That's going in. That needs 2, so we're good. Done. All right.
Well, if in doubt,
Oh,
do a bit of
I like
frost.
that. Okay.
And vote for sun, because
Done?
I always do. Yep.
I'm going to go wind.
Has to be one that you're in.
Ah.
Yeah, you can't move other
Yeah,
people.
right. That's right. Details. Fine.
Can't control other people's clouds.
It'd be cooler if you could.
Got to get a bit of your skin in the game,
All
or
right,
raindrop in
fine.
the game.
That'll be a frost. See, this is where the puzzle gets tough. How to be able to get things where you need to get them to then manipulate them. No matter what, it seems I'm 1 behind on that. It feels like a fool's errand. Wow, this is tough. I'll go there. I'll drop that 1. And then two suns. Done.
So we will harvest.
Yeah. That was a good 3 points right there.
That's what I was thinking of doing last time, doing the double
Doing
move
it all
to the-
together, yeah.
to get we got
Yeah.
right for the harvest.
It's a good plan.
Coach just says, okay, an umbrella it is then.
See?
I'll be right back.
You like it? I'm not wrong. Arg. Ow. So we stop. Hey.
Children on the other side of the table, behave, please.
Seriously. Darn it. That'll make it do a thing. But we'll be tied for 1. Go in there. Rain and rain. That takes so long. But he now has so few cards.
That is the problem.
This is a problem.
It is, yes.
But then I can't. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Probably. The frost action is just them all becoming thunderclouds. So unless we rain, that does nothing this time. All right. Add to. I know I'm voting here, so I'm going to get it in there. I think? Yeah, I'm voting there. What 2 do I want to add to? Gosh, not a bad move. Okay. And then do that as a secondary. Get another vote in there. Ooh, it's raining out. It's raining out.
It's raining.
We've brought the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, we want that to happen. I'll do that. All right. Really? That was the one, huh?
Well,
Means I
that
did
was
the right
one
thing.
of the choices. Okay, instead, I will start this here and vote for I'll put it here just in case. And then
It's quite the rainstorm out there now.
I'm going to do a sun using the sun and
Oh, and this is a thundercloud.
these two.
I gotcha.
Thank you.
And we'll put this there.
I know you do.
And since it's the sun, I will do that. All right, that's my turn. Thank you.
Martin?
Sun. Put, I think, 2 in there. That will thundercloud it. And I will vote for sun, because I always do. And then I'm going to wind and join Jess over the coffee. And with that, I will vote for which, I don't know. Can't even drop a pip. It's boring. Can't vote for sun if I'm the wind. How dull.
That does something interesting, though, right? Because it means it will rain in the last round.
Ah, yes, that's good.
That is true. So I will rain there. And might as well join the party there. Done. Fair point. Weather. I'll take your rain any day. Want a hurricane?
Yeah, can we trade? No, but it's nice.
No, I don't.
Not really.
No,
Not
but
the state.
thank you for offering. That was very kind of you, but no.
So,
Yeah, seriously, just be safe down there. I know Adam is down there, another patron. Yeah, just be safe. Just be safe.
ew.
And put all your games up off the first floor, if possible. That's it.
Interesting. I think I want to do this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna put that back.
Intriguing.
Oh, that I don't like.
I know.
Done?
Yeah. Actually, am I? Yeah.
Really want to do that?
I do.
Hey, Roddy, if you're watching, thank you.
I'm okay with that. I was behind you, so I was only gonna get 5. I only have 1 in there. I mean, it's not the most amazing thing, but it depends on what I do.
Oh, interesting.
There's 1 more turn now, because you have 1 card, right? Or
I
you
do
have
have
cards.
1 card.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's some good choices here. We'll do this one.
Hey, Chip.
I will
Thanks.
take
Yeah,
that
you can go in there
vacated
now.
location, and now I think I'd be happy with that. And
Second action?
No second action.
All right, Martin.
Fascinating. Fascinating with knobs on. But what to do? That's the question. Well, we're definitely looking at sun and possibly some rain. I think I'll play a sun card. Boost this up a bit. And vote for more sun. Keeping the sun action. And then, yeah, I'll do another wind. I'm going to go back
I'm good with this. That's kind of as...
How
and
many is in there now?
give a vote for
6.
the rain.
Yeah, and you and I are tied, right? Because we're both 1.
Yep.
So we get 2.
Huh. Huh. I can't beat him.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
I'm forcing Martin's hand at least there, and that'll work. Last card. And still no one wants to touch the potatoes. I know. I was kind of surprised a little bit, but
Oh. Well. Yeah, that's what I want. All right,
the thunder rolls.
I'll rain from here.
And vote.
Yeah.
Vote.
There.
You could also have this one right if you wanted to, but you don't have to.
I mean, yeah, I don't have
Secondary. Jess?
to. No second.
Okay. Shrek?
We do this card. There here, I think, is that's the right thing to do, which is going to take it to 8. Yeah,
Yep,
it will take it
and
to 8.
yep.
And then we're voting for, since the sun, we will
Sun or wind? Get in the sun.
do
Yeah.
that.
And Martin.
I have the largest number on there. Sun is going to happen. That's no longer. There's not going to be any doubling effect now on that spot.
Correct.
Because, that's dealt with. And we're going to get a rain event and a sun event, so that's going to be interesting. Edwards 3 and 2 there. Well, it's a frost card, so I'm frosting somewhere. Where to frost, though? That's the question. There's an interesting frosty spot to go. I can't think of anywhere kind of obvious, really.
Oh, those are gonna. Yeah, that's not good. I need to move.
Since I can't think of anything clever to do, I'll just do that. And I will vote. Frost. It's sun.
I
It's
pass.
sun.
Last actions. Jess.
This is really just for the vote. I can't. do
Christopher
anything
does
there.
the double O with the
It's not an umlaut, but it's with the
umlaut.
2 dots.
The 2 dots is an umlaut.
Is it? All right.
It's only the New Yorker I thought that
Yeah,
did that.
I mean, they're
It's
gonna
very
drop
weird
anyway,
typographic
but it lets them
convention.
vote.
But it's cool looking. It's weird,
Yeah.
but it's cool.
Every time.
Put your own one down.
I lost all the other ones. It wasn't that great.
I will pass. and not
Okay,
back.
Martin.
I am
And
passing.
passing. All right. So we go into the second, which is weather. And obviously it's going to be here. So blue and red each get 1, and then green gets 1 for there and there. All right, suns. This is in
Since
turn
that was
order,
happening, that flipped.
which sucks for me. But there. That's 7, right? Yep. That's unfortunate. I wish that was 8.
Oh, it's going to
It's going to drop
come
anyway.
down anyway.
There's a difference. If it was 8 right now, he wouldn't be able to double
be able
it.
to do that as an excellent point.
See,
That's
the
the
timing of that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
key, but that's literally my only choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's dropping anyway. Not that I wanted to. So I'll just do that.
And Shrey, remember, it's you must fully double,
Yep,
right?
It's 3 there, so I need a lightning.
Martin?
I'm going to let you have that, actually. I'm just going to go over here instead. I'll get the wheat token from over there.
And now everything with lightning drops. So it worked out to where it wasn't the end of the world. And now we need to add growing tokens in a numerous amount of places.
Here, one there.
There. There. No, I already got one.
there. Okay.
And one, yep.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Got it? All right. And we're going to have a harvest now. So there we go. So starting in the top left, what do we got there?
4 points for red.
Okay. Then it's going to be 2 points for yellow
And
and a
the
token, and 3
for red.
for red. Then there is going to be 10 for blue, 5 for red. Go for it. And 2 for green. And then it's going to be 4 for green there. And over there, 2 and another wheat. Then, because there are 3 players on this, we're all going to score 5. So everybody but blue scores 5. 5, 2, 5. There we go. Then Jess is getting 10, and Martin mooches 5 with that 1. 10 to 42. And then 2 for me and a wheat, almost. Nice shot though. And 3 for blue. Martin and I are killing each other. Some more than others.
I'll let you guys deal with the wheat.
Yep. Oh, well, it does. Well, it does matter in the sense that it's a handful of points.
Yeah.
Green was not actually given 2 for the coffee.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. Thank you. 2 for the
this
coffee.
Yes.
Okay. All right. There we go. So that's the end of harvest. So cleanup. Final round. Go ahead and deal.
To be honest, sir.
There you go.
Thank you.
There's your casino shuffle. All right.
I missed it. I missed
12 to 18 inches over the next 2 days, and we had 6 inches a couple days ago.
That's
Be
a deck.
safe, man. That's
Oh.
ridiculous.
Missed one for you.
Okay, that goes here.
Thank you.
Make sure you have 6. I think I.
3.
I do.
I have 12. No, 6. We're good. Why do you keep taking actions? All right, so here we go.
It's not good.
Clear board before the final harvest.
And there will be a harvest, whether that changes or not. So,
Do we still majority score the weather things? The
yes, yep.
things that have
And
different-
everything that has a token on it
Happens.
will happen. So if all 4 have it, all 4,
But
but
only
only the
2
top 2
majority.
will advance.
Okay.
Correct. So, there.
Yeah, potato.
And then I will well, first off, three points for that. And then the sun will go there. Done. Oh, really? Banker Dave says, I left Colorado just in 3 huge hailstorms in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, hail in Colorado, in the Denver area is no joke.
So, if I do that.
But really good if you have a beat up car, you want to claim hail damage. Not that I endorse that, but just saying.
Can never do it now. It's going to be linked. All right. So I want to make that. No.
We're going to be coming back here sooner rather than later, Dave. I got to get my Marine Corps tattoo finished, and then Jess is getting one as well. We'll let you know.
I have a cunning plan.
I don't. Can you tell me?
So,
All right.
Shrek.
If I do
No, thank
that
Martin.
and then do that. Oh, but I don't want to be stupid potatoes. Did not get cards I wanted. That does not help me. Create one, put 2 in. All right. Yeah, now it's just like how quick can you get to the...
To the threshold, right?
I know.
Not to be confused with a thresher, which
I know,
would
does it even-
are used for harvesting wheat, right? Which Martin and I. I'm just saying, if we tie, ties are friendly, Martin. Remember that.
Okay. Ties
are
may be
friendly.
friendly.
Oh, yeah, I do not have enough cards. I don't know what I'm doing.
And vote.
Dang it. I wish I had any sort of plan whatsoever that would help with voting. No. That's gonna happen. Yeah, I have no idea.
So that's 2 for sure that are triggering.
And I could.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam, were you the one over on Slack that was talking about for surveys and stuff like that you can help out
do
with?
that. No idea.
And that gets lightning.
There we go.
We'll do that. And
Plan works.
if I do this,
Oh no, that'll actually be okay. Because if he does do that, then
Oh, what was sun?
can't.
Sun's that or winds? And this makes everything go. Oh, but I still want majority. So tricky.
yes, it is tricky.
drop. Somebody does it.
And another. So, and 2 votes. Do I want to make sure that yeah, let's do that.
Martin?
Everything that's got something in it will activate.
Here. Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Jess will get that. 5. Drops, which will make sure it does. That's enough. We'll do it. I don't think the cunning plan works, sadly. So what's my plan B? Plan B's not very good either.
All right, take care, Costa. You got it.
Thanks, Costa.
You'll see us in Portugal next year.
Oh, nice.
I like this plan.
I didn't think you'd mind.
No.
Okay, I'm going to do a sun to put 2 in there, and a wind to blow in here.
Arga.
And that will thundercloud
I
that.
knew you were going to do that. I just wanted to join
Put the
you.
sun in. But for the sun, it doesn't really matter, does it? And then the
Could do wind.
To make it happen.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure that that's advantageous to me particularly. Although it certainly would be interesting. And then it's going to be wind or actually to put 2 winds in, that would at least. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the majority though, but give it a shot. Who knows? It might be worth a try. Yep, I think I'll go for that.
And
Yes.
done.
Well, y'all did things on your turns. I dislike. Now what do I do with this? that's going to happen.
Tried to get tricky and messed myself up.
Yeah, that happens. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to try to move all the way over. So that's going to go there. And I really want it to rain thunder
Okay, I
clouds.
support this. Good call. Any secondary?
No.
Shrey. It feels tense, but I have no chance because of this.
Get those wheat tokens. Get up there.
I had plans.
You had plans.
Well, I tried to get slick by here to give myself options, and it cost me an extra action by doing
Right,
that.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. The way things are laid out, you're like, okay, so next time I can move into this, and then everybody moves. The
Yeah,
clouds
you
move.
do things. Damn it.
You're doing
People
things
do
on my
stuff.
turn. Or, no, when it's not my turn.
Right.
It's terrible.
Damn you.
I wanted
Stop
to.
that.
Fine.
It was easy enough to figure out how to try and beat Edward, but beating Jess is the hard part.
No.
We need
Oh, yeah?
lightning. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And no well, I have to put down a vote, but no second. And let's put it here.
And he's smart. He's doing well over there.
I pass.
Jerk.
What?
so you discard your cards.
Yep.
Did not anticipate that.
That
I
is-
didn't. I very nearly passed my last turn actually,
Oh.
and which would have. But I felt
Well.
that Jess would then win. I couldn't stop Jess winning if I did that. But at least this way I might be able
So I
to
got 1 point there.
play a Hail Mary.
You have to go up there.
Right. Well, I'm worried about me more than anything. I'm not trying to. Yeah. So I think I have to do this. Shh.
Aw.
To get you that 12
Yep.
points.
I have to.
It made sense. I mean, this was going to give you.
Yeah, 3. It doesn't make
So it
sense.
gives straight 3, but it doesn't give him 7.
Yeah.
And
Unless you
then
can it back.
Is it worth
can
it?
do.
that would be shh.
It, for 4 points, it
I mean, I have
may
3 cards, so, you know.
be. You
I
can
could.
do it.
And done.
All right,
and the
we're
last
all
card
tied
doesn't
there.
matter, so
Yep.
don't worry about it. And Jess, remember no secondary action. Remember that.
All right.
It's part of the trick of passing, because hopefully you all got an extra action
Yep.
in mind that
So
it
I
was going to
definitely
stop.
need to
I
take an
did.
action for
Good.
voting. Voting is the thing. As I didn't want to pass because of the voting.
Yeah, I wasn't going to win on the vote.
So I can
reckon,
get in there to get
unfortunately.
2. Anywhere else, it's just going to get me 1.
It is about an 60 to 90 minute game without the teach. So yeah, that's about
Okay.
right. There you go.
So I'm going to go in there.
Ain't no party like coffee party.
Right.
I don't like that.
I don't mind it.
That's
And
one.
vote?
I know
And
it's a
I'm
no.
gonna
It's more than-
vote here.
Boo.
You can't take both, Trey. You can tie for that one with me. We can both tie basically on both.
So how does this work for
The top
the top two?
voters. So as it
These
is
two.
right now, those 2 are going to score. Will advance on these tracks,
Right.
Yes.
but all 4 will activate.
Yes.
if I was to put one here, for example?
Right. Then whoever is the first player would choose.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But he probably wants those lightning clouds to empty out.
Well, it's going to empty anyway.
That's true.
I'm just wondering about who would get the bump.
Right. We don't know.
That's an interesting. Yeah.
We don't know.
Put Martin on the spot.
Yeah. He can't tell us yet.
Don't give me another decision.
Or I could just get second place.
Or you
there.
know you can bump up too. So you can get first in this one, and I get first in that one, or we both bump up too.
Yes, but I do need to catch up to you. So,
Doing that will also prevent her from getting a first.
but we will both only get first.
Yes.
One
Yeah,
first
You
one
each.
get a
first
first.
each.
I
Yeah.
wanted 2 firsts.
You wanted to.
Okay, we'll do it. Okay. Rain. this one. It doesn't make a difference either way. Well, I might as well do them both.
Sure.
Why not? And because it's rain, I can do this and...
Ball's in your court. All right, cards don't matter at this point, guys. So that's it. So we go into the weather. So the first one that's definitely going to happen is here. So that is going to happen, and that is going to happen. So let's do this in a proper order. Well, actually, you have to make a decision because these will happen in turn order.
Right,
In
so
arrow order.
if this happens, then these two will both empty, as
Yes.
will...
No, they're all going to happen.
Because all of those.
Oh, they're all going to happen, yes. Oh, the question is...
Who gets the bump?
Oh,
Who gets the
actually,
bump?
hold
Oh,
on.
wait, yeah.
Actually, wait. Since they're all going to happen, so hold on.
true.
If two or more receive an equal amount of votes, the first player breaks the tie between them.
Is that
Exactly. Two weather spaces with the most total between all players are now resolved. The two selected weather spaces are resolved in clockwise order, starting with Frost. In the final round, every weather space is resolved.
So this is a weird one because before you're deciding which one's resolved, which makes sense. In this, it's not, right?
Because they all
Is there-
resolve.
Yeah.
Is there a
an
note
exception?
for the final
No.
round?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't say who gets the majority.
I seem to remember at some point someone saying only two will get... only two score for the majority.
Right, it's here. Okay, did it. Exactly. Two weather spaces with the most total votes
Christopher,
are now
you there?
resolved. Yeah, exactly.
Christopher, which is it?
Here's an edge case.
It is. It's an edge case. Like it's very much an exception.
I'll be honest, I'm gonna have to look this one up. I
Yeah,
don't
that might
know
be
if
a
anyone.
BGG.
Yeah. So Christopher, if you know, feel free.
Can I see the rules?
Yep.
Yeah. It's here somewhere, but I don't see.
Because all of them will activate in the last round, but the scoring on those is the question.
Well, I mean, if it's a choice, I would pick Shrey, because otherwise Jess gets a much bigger bump, a 7-point
Yeah,
bump.
I get 7 points there.
And I don't think I can possibly catch her if that's the case. So I'd much rather have Shrey get it than Jess.
Oh, action phase, ending action phase, maybe.
Where?
Passing, ending. No, that's not it.
This is actually a really interesting question.
I assume he does just choose, but they're all gonna.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
The rules state all weather effects will happen if there's at least one vote in it, which is fine. It said weather effects are result, right? Okay. You resolve the weather effects in sequential order. The two most voted bid is merely for giving the vote win to the relevant players in the final round.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I think it's tie break.
Most voted rule applies, none other, frostbite, right?
Yep, so it looks like...
Looking at page 12, it looks like there are still two winners, but all four are resolved,
Yeah.
right? But so the first player then determines which one is by
Yeah.
our.
I will anoint Shrey
All right.
as the winner.
Okay,
So
so
Shrey moves up the
Shrey
other
will
one.
move up for the other one, but all four are going to resolve. We can clear all these off. It doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
So we start. So everything gets a lightning,
Yep.
which is
just that one.
Done. Okay. So there's that. Now double, and this is in turn order. So Martin.
Double. Well, I've got no choice, have I? I can only double this one. And that immediately empties.
Screwed up. I
Yep.
screwed up.
No, but it doesn't do that
No, it doesn't empty
Not
yet.
yet.
Well, it doesn't empty
No,
yet.
there were
because we
only
all get
six.
to
it
do
wasn't
that.
Well, you all get to do it before it empties.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, it wasn't an 8
Well,
yet, right?
not true. Not everybody, but
Yeah.
Jess will get a chance to.
That's true.
Anybody
it's not
in
quite.
there
1, 2,
gets to do
3,
it.
No,
6,
because if
67.
Shrey were still in there, it would empty when you double it, because it would hit 8, and Shrey wouldn't get a chance.
Right.
Okay.
Hold on.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was.
so
oh, yeah, you're.
okay, so it wouldn't have made a difference.
No, because I would have gone
Yeah,
first.
you would have gone
So
first.
for
But
me,
that was I should have done
everything's
something else.
going
I should have
to
done a
empty.
frost just to get
so 1 doesn't matter there, so I might as well do that. Done.
that. And I get.
And now that's 8, I believe.
And I don't have anything that is in any cloud. So
All right. So now wind in reverse order. So starting with Shrey, move 1 Marker. Oh, good call.
Yes. Well, we'll do that.
And Jess? If I may, because it doesn't matter to you guys.
You
There were
You
three
have 3
there.
there, yeah.
There we go. There you go.
So you're doubling that one.
Yeah, instead.
So
Because
you
it
can
does
move
matter.
down. Yeah.
It does?
It does.
He can move in.
Oh, yes, you can.
And then when it
Oh, because this
jumps,
isn't scoring.
he'll get that. That's going to go down, and I'll score that. But it doesn't come down yet, and I was planning on being able to move those. Right there's 3 points for me, but I got to catch up to Shrey now. He's getting 3 points here, so I can make that not happen. So is it better to? It's really 3 and 3. So go in there, and I get the 3 points.
As it is right now, you both would get 2
Oh, I get
there.
1 point there, though.
No. Oh, you do.
You would. That is
Thank
true.
you.
So this will go there.
Oh, no, I don't. 0.
There
because it's gonna rain.
because
It
it's
will
going to
rain.
rain.
So
right,
that's
right.
a point, and I get 2 points over there, and then I can take 3 from you. So that's 1 point.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
Done.
Oh!
Well, I tried. Okay.
It's 12 points.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. All right. So now we go harvest. I'm sorry. We do rain, so everything dumps
Yep.
because everything is a thundercloud.
And it's raining, so that flips.
And let's see. This will get that there, and that will get that there. Okay. So here we go. So now harvest. So green gets 1 point for that one.
Yep.
Blue is going to get 10 for that. Then green and red each will get the lower number, which is 2 each.
Okay.
Then here, green is getting 5. 3, 4, 5, and hey,
You get 1.
Jess gets that. Then I get 1 pity point. Then I will get 2 points, and the all-important that.
That is very important.
I tried. I tried so hard.
That was my nightmare, was that Red would be able to knock me up to 12 points.
All right, so then we go into final scoring. Final scoring is this, 12 points. So 12 is 53,
Take your 50. And Martin
and Martin gets 12
to 11.
there.
50.
Good. And then these.
Yep. And here, allow me to enjoy my second place momentarily. That felt good. Thank you for the indulgence. Blue gets another 10 to 21. Then 21 each. That'd be 62 to there. And 23 there.
Ah, of course.
To the shock
Never
of
done it.
literally nobody.
And I just want to point out, I lost by less than 3 points.
Christopher.
Christopher cost me the game.
Thank you, Christopher.
But it's an honorable loss this way. as
Yes,
opposed
it's
to
honorable,
a
yes, of course.
Dishonorable win. So J-Rex wins at 73, Martin at 71, Shrey at 62, and Amazing Teacher at 56. So there we go. All right. So that is Petrichor. All right.
Them clouds.
So Shrey, it was your first game. I know you'd read the rules and everything, but thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, I think it's a really, really tight, fun game. Like with the card distribution reduces if you basically give everybody every choice, it would paralyze the game, right?
Right.
Yes.
The card distribution forces you to think, plan out the cards you want to play, and that will definitely be affected by what other people do. There is a really strong amount of interaction here. It's great. I had a lot of fun. The end of round when someone passes what you did in the last round, that's also really interesting. I generally held on to all my a lot of cards because that's kind of what I do in this kind of game.
Right.
But I think that decision is very interesting.
And I did not hold on to my cards. Yeah. All right. So.
I mean, it's the kind of game that generally appeals to me. It's the rules aren't too complicated. It's a quick teach. You can sit down, easily teach it. It's a lighter game, but that's what I like of a lighter game is have not too complicated rules. And it is very interactive. I mean, it's an intensely dynamic game. Everything is moving around. It's interesting. I played last weekend. I got the chance to play Wingspan. Beautiful theme, beautiful cards, but it's really, what everybody else is doing is completely irrelevant to you.
Yeah.
And this I much prefer because what everybody else is doing is completely relevant.
Yeah.
And you're kind of runching around.
Also pretty.
Also
right?
very pretty.
Yeah.
Not as pretty as Wingspan, to
Agreed.
be fair, but
Fair
definitely pretty enough to be well worth it. The concern we had last night was that there was too much going on this track.
Yes.
And not enough points were coming out of here to make a difference.
Right.
I was wondering today whether that would change a little bit, and I'm still not sure. I feel a little bit more that was going on here. Maybe if we played it a few more times, we'd get a better sense of it. But I'm still a bit concerned about there's a lot of points come off
On
this
the weather track. Well, I mean, and you saw from my result, I lagged behind you guys significantly, and in the end result, I mean, I'm back here.
Yeah.
The leaders were up there, and look at the gap. So the key is
You have to vote.
I don't know that you have to win it, but you have to be
Competitive.
keep the leader in sight to be able to do that. I would say.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I was thinking of, and I was actually thinking about doing this at the beginning of the game, was just completely ignore voting and go always to taking points off the pips. Because if you're able to do that, could you get enough points to be the equivalent of getting up to somewhere around here? The thing is, though, the very first thing we had was basically 1 pip away from a harvest.
Yeah.
So I thought, that's when that happens, then that blows it out.
That's the thing, is there's not that much availability for that potentially, and especially when you're re-rolling the dice that are non-harvest ones. Now, and we kept complaining, I was going to do that. I was going to do the harvest die because I was going to take the 3 points. And so when that happens, you can't plan on we got 6 rounds. Maybe you can do that 3 or 4 times. 18 points, 24 points that you're going to get from that.
If things work perfect.
That's if you get to do all of them.
Exactly.
And that's not likely. So, I know that was commented on in chat that, you could just do that. Maybe if it comes to you and you have that ability, but if you plan on that and then don't get into the voting and you're not able to do that as a backup
You're too far
plan,
behind.
now you've gotten neither. So you can't just say, I'm going to take it every time, because people do things on their turns.
Yep.
I would like to try that strategy and see how many points would come from it.
Yeah,
and give it a
but
shot.
again,
It'd be interesting.
it's going to get split up, and that voting, you have to vote. You can't ignore this board in favor of the harvesting. You need to make sure you're getting into something.
So my question for you guys now is, with the way the board laid out, it was mostly random, the way we actually set this up.
Yeah.
I'm curious how big of an impact you think there definitely seem to be better tiles than others, as it were, like the coffee, right? If you're going to be leading that, obviously I exploited rice early and you guys would never let me do that again. I get that. But it seems like a lot of the other tiles, other than the wheat tiles, nobody really bothered with the grass ones. Nobody really bothered with the cotton ones.
They paid out some,
right?
But and I think they were. So we had 4 scorings, I think.
Right.
1, 3, 5, and 6 was
yes.
it?
Yeah.
And I think in all of them, at least 1 or 2 of these 4 were.
As supplemental scoring, but it shouldn't be the focus,
it isn't a great amount.
Yeah.
If you had more frost-rain combinations, that would be very good for the cotton and grass, because then you could actually get a thundercloud with just 2 or 3 drops, which is enough to activate.
Yeah, frost only happened on the very last round.
Right. Yeah.
So you guys were going for the high point ones. I primarily went for the lower ones, because I knew I could get 2 out, score, and you guys were going to fight over the higher point ones. And so I mean, I went less contentious and less high point scoring.
Fair point. All right, so there's that. So overall, enjoy the game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a nice, lighter, easy teach game, and I always like those.
I enjoyed. Obviously, we got a couple of fairly significant rules wrong last night, so there was that, or yesterday, whatever.
Not today.
Not today.
Today's when it
right.
counts.
No, my point is, I enjoyed the game much more today than I did. Although I do also have some reservations about the weather track and whether or not how important the voting is, because I did use up I doubled up actions and I wasted actions by doubling up more than anybody else, and I wasn't able to get the winning votes on the weather, and I paid for it, and so I took some points, but I kind of did, like, I dipped my toes in both, and I don't think you can do that. I think you got to go whole hog trying to win votes, or like you were talking, trying that, provided the dice
I
work
think
with
it
you.
depends, and I think that's where that player interaction comes in, because you're all fighting over wheat. Normally, I would want to go for that, but if you're going to fight that heavy on it, I'm going to stay away
I
from
didn't
it.
want to, but
Right.
12
But then
points is 12 points.
Next game, if everybody's ignoring wheat, then, oh, hey, I'm going
Right.
to go over to wheat. So I feel like every time I'm going to look for where are the openings? Where can I get in what's
do
available
what
to
other
me?
people aren't doing.
Right, and that's going to change it up for how I play each time. Whereas some games,
Yes.
it's just I have a strategy I'm just going to go in with. This is very much like, okay, they're all fighting over the coffee. I thought I was going coffee, but now I'm going to branch out and move my cloud over here just to get away from them. Or I'm going to jump in and let them do the work. I mean, it's about those actions and trying to get other people to play for you and minimize what you're doing, right? So,
Obviously, you shockingly did that better than we did.
not by that much. It's
Such a
close.
surprise.
Yeah, right. My shocked face.
Exactly.
There you
See
go.
how astonished I am.
Yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more. I'll be honest, after last night, I was like, But a couple of those minor little things. Read the rule books, kids. Those
were pretty-
No, I
yeah,
did read it. That's the
yes.
funny thing is, even reading through it, you can still, it's written there.
Yeah.
I always, when I
Not
get a new
the
game,
harvest
play
guide.
the game and
Right.
then read the rulebook again after the first
Yeah.
play,
Yeah.
and then
Same.
I usually find 2 or 3 things I've got wrong.
Right. So there you go. Hey, but we got it right tonight. That's the important thing.
That's-
And the flowers changed the game a bunch.
Okay, Derek says. All
Oh,
A bunch,
nicely
yes.
done,
right. All
Derek.
right. But bumps. There we go. All right. So that is Petrichor. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We did. It seemed like, and I enjoyed the evening. Nice way to
Yes.
spend a Friday evening with friends.
Definitely. Especially when it's
Partner.
raining outside.
Yeah, seriously, right?
I know. Even the weather was thematic.
Right. We tried to time it right.
Yes.
So there's that. All right. So check it out, Petrichor. Apparently you can find it out there on sale. People were saying they found it for a song,
Yeah.
or for a flower, as it were. So there's
Bouquet.
that. All right. Hey, there's that. All right. You guys have a wonderful evening. We'll be back next week with a full week worth of content to be determined. We will be letting you guys know Friday during the weekly, Sunday on the weekly look ahead at
Yes.
2 p.m. Eastern. Other than that, we're out of here. I'm Edward.
I'm Jess.
I'm Shrey.
And I'm Martin.
All right, you guys have a wonderful evening. Stay dry.
Good night.
If you're in New Orleans, be safe down
Yes.
there. Check in, let people know you're okay, and just hunker down. Take care, everybody. Bye. Nice.
All the rain.
All the rain.